Oh.
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 Did you change the lock? No. What teleportations?
What?
Okay.
All right, I guess if that wait, are we start moving? Are we moving the world now? Are we free? And I'm gonna
Wait,
keep
what?
walking towards Candlekeep.
Okay, hold on.
Oh yeah, bro. Same.
He stops for nothing.
Do we like know each other beforehand? Like,
Phoenix knows none of you. No, he knows Jacob. He knows Jacob because he's a wanted. He's a guy who owes him. 'Cause he has so
Yeah,
many
yeah.
fights.
I recognize Phoenix because he's arrested me for petty misdemeanors on multiple occasions.
As yep, Phoenix is just gonna keep trudging along, ignoring Jacob.
Well, I'm sticking to
Alright.
you like glue because you're my social lifeline, the only one I know. So here we go.
What is a wanted? Why are you here?
Turning over a new leaf, man. It's been too crazy for too long. Time to straighten out.
I like to hear that. That's great. Perfect.
Should I roll deception or is this fine?
Do you really want to try to see me? Go for it if you would like. Make them rolls. Do it.
Oh shit. Where are my skills heading? Oh.
I was about to say they're on your character sheet.
Gotta know. You're gonna lie to know. Oh my god! I'm sorry to tell you, buddy. He can tell you're lying to him a mile away.
First roll of the campaign. First
It's a
natural.
natural one.
You're like, I see that you are joking.
Yeah.
Lying to an officer, I see. You just see him pull out the same notepad that you've seen him pull 1,000 times and start writing
Again,
something.
Come on, man.
he rips it out, and on the other end, he hands it to you, and it says "lying to an officer." 2 gold pieces.
All right,
Not actually a
I'll
crime.
get you back for this. I'll get you back for this. And I put it in my pocket. Then when he's not looking, I kind of toss it.
alright,
But
where's
we can-
everyone else? You know what? Is your cat just like chilling?
Oh yeah, Lucy's my familiar. She sits on my shoulder. She's great.
No, she's not. She's a cat.
She is chaotic evil, but that's standard for cat.
She's a cat. She's evil.
Yeah.
I used-
All cats are evil.
Thank you.
Alright. I'll kinda like see the cat and like go and try to pet it. I'll ask, can I pet the cat?
She doesn't bite you. Absolutely.
Awesome.
This woman, do you know her?
Nope.
I'll just like talk to the cat. I'll have a conversation with the cat.
Why is she speaking with the cat? This is very strange to me.
Hey, you're
You know
being
what?
a little
You know what?
judgy, mister.
You know, Phoenix, you can go ahead. I'll catch up with this one here. What's your name?
Oh, I'm Tony. Hi.
Tony, nice to meet you. I'm Jacob.
Well, I have
give you a
official business. I'll deal with you later. As he continues walking.
Yeah, I give you a short bow. It's clear that Jacob is of the noble background.
So am I. So
Alan's also out of here.
Hell yeah. But we walk and talk.
I ask if Lucy wants to jump in my hands.
You know what? Your hands are probably a lot more comfortable than my heavy armor, so she's gonna hop right on over.
Hell yeah. I'm not really wearing any armor. I think I am,
Then-
but it's like not
Light
heavy.
armor, like. Yeah.
Uh, my elf is going to trail ever so slightly behind everyone. Not too. We. Not too far away because this is the only group of people she's seen for a little bit, but far enough to keep it no distance. Unless approached.
I got no reason to interact with any of these folks. I'll just keep on walking, make my own way.
Just,
Oh, go
sorry.
ahead.
No, I was about to ask, did the scenery already change? Because I'm seeing the Candlekeep Mysteries book. Oh, okay.
Are doing theater of the mind right now, I guess.
Okay, great. Okay. No, Eric's just walking around, following the trail, and looking between astounded and sorry, I forgot the word. Like he's seen many things marvelous, and he's surprised for the scenery. Just noting things down, looking everywhere.
And what about you, Ash?
All right. All right. Let's try accents. Whew. Okay. As I look around, I am very intrigued by all of the people who are in this party, but the ones up front seem very involved with one another. I notice that Maev is behind us and keeping to herself. Eris, I'm very interested in because he does not seem to be, how you would say, of this plane of existence. So I will come over and just walk by his side. Why can't I move my character? Okay, there we go. Hold on.
Nice.
I was like, why can't I move my token? I don't know. All right, anyway. And I will just ask him, what brings you to Candlekeep?
As I'm walking just in a straight line, I first don't notice that Ash has come right next to me. I'm just focused on writing and making a mental picture of everything I see. And then I notice her and, oh, hi. And I raise my hand, like kind of surprised. And actually, well, kind of redundant, but knowledge, kind of a specific knowledge, I think, but also knowledge in general. Sorry, I don't know how to say it. And ask. I will try to respond as better as I can.
I think Candlekeep brings everyone here for knowledge, for our own reasons, perhaps, but some folks are perhaps harder to read than others. Why can't I move my character token? What the heck? Okay. This is distressing. I cannot move my character token. I don't know if I pressed something or what, but
Probably at the
Man.
top left. Make sure that you collected the token controls. It's the
yeah,
top
I
left.
did.
Oh, okay.
Well, you could always just try dragging your token out again, just in case. This is
Just take it out and put it back in. Okay.
Yeah, sure. These are our growing pains.
Why? No, I just can't. Like, yeah.
You don't have.
Interesting.
That is fascinating. You are the owner of this token for certain, and this token represents you. Let me double check on that. Yes, this token is you. It is representing you. This is very
Why? 'Cause
unusual.
Everyone else goes to Candlekeep and I am left behind.
Your limbs will not work, Ash. Maya does a little dance over there to mock your feeble legs' inability to.
It's so weird.
Dude.
Yeah, it's just like,
Are you
Yeah,
just
because
pinging
the arrow
yourself?
keys.
yeah, it pings because I'm trying to click and then I'm trying like anything. I just can't.
Fascinating. Perhaps try a
Of the-
refresh.
Of the
Alright.
tools, are you on a select target or are you on select tokens?
Token controls, select tokens.
Okay.
Try clicking somebody else's. Oh, that's so weird. All right, let me just try refreshing.
That is very.
We like refreshing.
Well, it was a short campaign for me, guys.
Oh no!
See you later. Bye.
Maybe
Left
next time.
behind before they even made it.
What's that game Speedrunners where if you're off the screen you die?
Oh, it doesn't type up the little bubble boxes when you type stuff into chat. I'm sad.
There we
That's-
go. Now it's fixed. Okay.
Oh, I
there we
think
go.
I-
Perfect.
Classic.
did-
Just have you tried turning it off and on?
I know. Always the fix.
Have you turned your modem off, madam?
Ugh.
Traveling along for some time down the trail, you find it quite peaceful. You're getting about halfway there. Candlekeep is beginning to loom over inside of the distance, and you find a short fork in the road that goes to the left. There appear to have been signs of something having stirred the area recently, and that's when it happens.
Oh,
A leaf blows across the wind.
oh.
Oh no.
It's a
What kind
split
of
down
omen
the
is
road.
that leaf?
The leaf could be a traveling mimic.
The traveling.
No,
The
it's clearly
portent of
evidence that there's
destruction.
some invisible creature wandering around, right?
I'm not allowed to cast Fireball yet.
All right, so I guess at the fork, is there like a sign that tells us which direction to go, or is it like just a fork in the road?
Yes, it appears this road very obviously leads to Candlekeep to the left. In fact, there is nothing extraordinary about this leaf, and with your high perception, Sarge, Phoenix, you notice nothing out of the ordinary. It was a normal leaf. Nothing impressive was about to happen.
Amazing.
Oh,
Do you share this information with the rest of the party?
No, he doesn't care. He doesn't find it.
It's a leaf.
It's just classic Aqua shenanigans. A leaf.
I'm familiar.
mimically.
Right. Phoenix is just gonna go left on that split because it clearly leads to Candlekeep.
Yes.
Because
Clearly,
it clearly
right?
does.
Yes. There's only one direction that very obviously, very visibly leads over to Candlekeep.
What's the right path look like?
To the right path, it kind of looks like it's a hiking path that leads kind of back over to the teleportation circle, but probably for people who are a little bit more
What?
interested in the
Yes, that's
cardio
right.
section.
I think I got my cardio in already. I'll go ahead follow the left path.
Yeah, no reason to go right. Keep going left.
Yes, that's very reasonable.
DM is like laughing behind his big thing.
Those idiots. Those morons.
I'm sure that path will become relevant again later.
I have a question.
Mhm.
When you have a familiar, do you telepathically communicate with it, or do you need to know a language?
you are able to telepathically communicate with familiars despite not sharing languages.
Okay.
There is a
then the
range, I
whole
believe it's
time
100
I'm
feet.
like, every time that I direct a question to the cat, I like, I'm expecting Sir Jacob to answer.
Well, I am walking right next to you, so
Yes,
I
I
imagine
know.
I would. Sure. What are you asking the cat?
Meow.
How she likes it here.
I
He's
mean,
more interested in the cat
we-
than
we
you.
both just got here.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. Well, we both just got here, you know? I've already got a citation for some BS infraction. A classic Phoenix. That's what he's always been like. But I have high hopes for this little expedition.
Me too. I'm glad we get to have animals around.
Yeah,
Alright.
I should ask how many sections I shouldn't bring it. But you know, they might have sections which are like no pets or like dogs not allowed, but cats okay. I don't know. Some landowners are picky.
Don't worry. If they make trouble, I will hide you.
Did you make your
Ah,
way up the trail? You find yourself standing there. Yes, this most certainly is it. The sign was correct. You have found yourself.
Oh,
my
we,
God.
we didn't get Looney Tuned.
Ooh.
We like
You find
slam into,
yourself
like-
at the main entrance of Candlekeep.
We like slam into like a cliff head because it was perfectly painted like the road continuing.
Oh no.
Roadrunner
like-
moment.
Roadrunner just beeps at us
Wile E.
and runs
Coyote.
away. Yeah.
Here at the entrance over at the main gate before you, there are some queer guards standing at the top of the fortifications, but they seem very much unaware of the area around, and they kind of look over inside of your general direction and simply wave, unbecoming of guards at their station. They welcome
I
you.
wave back.
I'll also way back.
Phoenix doesn't wave back.
Also, upon seeing the guards, Alan will go ahead and remove a like a package from his backpack.
What was that?
I was
What?
just testing something.
I saw
Why
that.
would that look like the fucking hag?
We're all gonna
Alright.
die.
As you
You're not
arrive
gonna
over,
die.
as you remove the book from your bag, you see a slightly figure turn around a corner. Ah, hello, welcome.
Show him
This
to
fella.
us.
Little man.
Oh.
Oh,
Greetings, good sir.
that is a Pokemon if I've ever seen one.
Phoenix approaches uncomfortably close to the guy. I will like entrance into this establishment.
Yes, of course. Everybody is allowed inside the main grounds. Though, perchance, do you have the donation?
Yes, I do. He quickly from the inside of his suit he pulls out what looks to be a book titled Phoenix Down, the Dog of Baskerville.
Jesus Christ.
Really?
As he hands it down, he hands it to the gentleman he's before him.
Let me go and give this a quick look.
You will not find another like it. It is written by me personally.
I see. They go ahead and they literally flip the pages through in perfect order from first to last. It winds through at an incredibly fast pace, like a small little whirlwind as the back cover slams shut with a satisfying little thud. I see. This is quite interesting. You were right. There is nothing quite like this anywhere inside the recollections of the library that I'm aware of. Please step through.
With his arms
Ooh.
still behind his back, he just walks as though he knows what he's doing right through the door. I cannot move my token.
Alan will go ahead and approach next as he also has the required donation. Greetings, my good sir. Well, tell me, what's your name?
Oh, my name? Well, I'm normally just known as the lore keeper around here, but If you must know, my name is actually Oren.
Oren, it's a pleasure to meet you. I am Alan DeCaneth, and I have the donation right here in this parcel. As he's gonna go ahead and hand it to him.
Thank you. Let me give this a good look. They once again simply flip through the pages in front of you, and within just a couple of seconds, every page has been flipped through, and he closes it shut.
Yep, he'll go ahead and also add. Yep, that tome there is The Uses of a Dead Dragon. It's authored by Claudia Lorine. You won't find a copy like it anywhere else, as Claudia Lorine was something of an infamous apostate back home in Carnath, executed by the look, I'm trying to look at my notes here. Wynarn's regime. Didn't have the time to make any more copies.
Very interesting. Bit of a historical context. Hold on. This would have been good to know beforehand. I feel like this contextualizes a couple of things that I remember. They flipped the entire book through their hand again. Oh, that makes a lot more sense now.
Yes, you will find that the author, as I once again have to look at the name, Claudia Lorine was a disciple of the Blood of Vol, rather secretive group.
Interesting. Well, come on in. Candlekeep welcomes you.
Thank you. Have a pleasant day.
I will approach next.
Welcome.
Good day to you, sir. Here you will find the book to gain my entry. It is The Mortician Diaries, Dead Honest Truth from a Life Spent with Death.
Ooh.
I spent some time near Thay, so this might be of interest to you. I know that the people who live there tend to be very close-mouthed and keep to themselves, but I spent time with a mortician, and perhaps this will be of interest.
How very wild.
Fascinating. We actually have an entire collection on Thay, so let me make sure this isn't something we already have. It's pretty extensive. Flip, slam. A lot of this is information, but there's a few bits of trivia and nuggets here that could actually be quite useful to know. I'll go and add it directly to the collection. They hold their hand up and the book just poofs.
If I may ask, sir, quickly, how do you browse through the book so quickly? That is most impressive.
It's practice, just like anything else in life. You practice for as long as I have, you can read at an extraordinary pace.
Can Phoenix, I guess, does he have, a feature similar to, the Keen Mind feature that's allowing him to do this?
Phoenix looking, their eyes look like they're, just looking down at the page directly. Certainly, something that's definitely notable is that, the pages are flying by in a very evenly spaced manner. It's not chaotic, right? It's not flying around as if a gust of wind had blown all the pages from one side to the other. It's very methodical, very calculated, and very fast.
Okay.
Welcome on in.
Thank you very much, sir. I look forward to my time here.
Sure, I'll go next. While I'm already kind of standing next to him, it's like, I will say, I have a book that I think you will like. And I kind of take it out of my backpack, and it's like literally the biggest book. It's about 17 inches and thousands of pages. And I hand it to him. It's like, it is one of a kind. It's called the Shadowkeeper's Secret Sword Art. And it has been written by the Ryland family for generations. It contains God damn it. Sorry. It contains every secret technique that the family has been using for generations. There's precisely 2 copies. One that is kept at the school so that everyone that trains is like try learning the techniques, and another one that is in the hidden library that is in the like keep where they live. So there's only two, and I stole the one from the school. So I didn't steal it. I took it.
What was that? What was that last part you said?
I didn't steal it. I just took it. I am a Ryland. I deserve this book.
I see. Legality aside, I will go ahead and read this later. Even for me, this one might take a little bit longer, and we have a bit of a line. I trust that there is some information here to glean.
Thank you.
They go ahead and set the hefty tome over to the side with a little bit of levitation magic.
Imagine like the moment like Tony mentioned steel, like Phoenix's head just like turned like 180 degrees back.
She is like trying to hide her face with embarrassment and like go past him. Like,
They're stealing books, I hear.
it's
Jacob
mine.
is a
I
big
didn't
fan.
steal it.
Jacob's a big fan.
I'll just comment. Well, apparently it shows he has limits to how quickly he can read. Interesting.
Everyone has limits, right?
Well, his seemed quite, shall we say, superhuman.
I could take him in a fight.
It's a fascinating ability. Honestly, one I wouldn't mind having myself.
Indeed, very useful.
A couple of
Definitely-
seconds later, you hear you hear the scratching or the ripping of paper as Phoenix is approaching you, Tony, as he hands you a little one that says "stealing documentation."
Tony's not gonna read it. She'll just turn it around and like autograph it and give it back to you. She's always
Autograph
gonna be a
it.
fan.
Alan will kind of watch this exchange, just be like, "Oh, come on, there's no need for that. You're not some kind of cop, are you?"
You have to tell me.
Awkward silence. Like,
I am a cop.
Oh, never mind. Carry on.
do you have jurisdiction here, though? As I recall,
Who's it? Connection.
that's how it works.
Is in connection.
It's back. It seems.
Oh, nice. Good.
Sorry. We just constantly gonna be doing this. Oh god.
Yeah, Tony's like her family's known in Baldur's Gate, and she always likes to do like some performances around, so people like admire her because she likes being seen with her abilities and stuff. So she always just like assumes people are fans of hers. Then
Speaking of scene, let's look at the scene outside as Oren looks over at the other four. And how about the rest of you?
Well,
Also-
I got this. Does this count? She'll take out this really battered looking notebook that's just like looks like it's been piecemealed together. I mean, it's just a bunch of stories we used to tell around the fire, sort of things. Hand it over.
How many pages long is it?
I mean, it's a decent size, but with the handwriting being relatively large, it's probably a real quick read.
They go ahead and flip on through. It's not quite. I suppose it fits as an anthology. Well,
Yeah, some of those stories been passed down for generations.
literature is literature. Poof. Off it goes. Welcome in.
I will
My-
step forward. Oh, you can go.
You're just like cutting her in line.
Sorry.
Maya
That's another
approaches.
citation.
Maya approaches, and she pulls out a tattered homemade book, kind of. And she says, "Forgive me, I didn't hear about offering this donation until fairly recently, so I did what I could to piece this together. It's like sewn together with a couple pieces of leather. The pages are mostly like tattered up scrolls that have been wound and laid flat.
I
It
see.
contains my thoughts and stories as the warden of a certain forest full of interesting things.
I see. Well, you shouldn't have to give this if you didn't expect to have to provide it. It seems like it might be a little sentimental in that case, and we're not in the business of taking possessions like that. If the book donation's purely complimentary, you don't actually need it. As long as you're willing to pay a price.
Oh my
Yours,
god.
dear.
The voice drop.
Oh, unfortunately, I'm a bit not having too many money. But I insist to keep the book. It probably has some interesting things in there that most people wouldn't know.
Well, that's perfectly fine then. Let me go ahead and get it in. No price for you to pay. You may step on in.
Now, as Maeve goes in and Tony hears like she doesn't have money, she'll just hand her a gold coin and say, "Keep the change."
Stage school kid.
Yeah, I'll
So-
subtract a gold coin from my inventory.
Jacob will look to Aerith and sort of bow and offer him next in line.
Yeah, while you're doing that, by the way, if you want to have a discussion on the interior of the wall in the meantime, you can do that in the in-character chat.
I'm just surprised it doesn't make the little bubble anymore. I'm so sad. I've been typing stuff in there, but I don't think anyone's noticed because there's no bubble.
Weird.
Is there a way to do like slash me like in Roll20 where you can kind of like emote and stuff?
Supposed to make a little bubble above your token, but I'm thinking maybe one of these mods is cutting that
I'm
off.
afraid it doesn't.
I mean, Roll20 like didn't do that either, so I'm kind of used to it.
Yeah.
I think maybe try this. I think I know why. Go and try. No? Maybe you have to click your token first before doing it. Maybe just look it up in the meantime and see if you can figure it out. Good luck. On the outside of the wall.
Wait, so I was about to answer. And oh no, please go ahead. I have to discuss some things with the lore keeper. It seems I misunderstood and I didn't bring any donation. So please go ahead.
All right. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'll step forward. Greetings, Oren, I think your name was? Sir Jacob Sanghaus, pleasure to meet you. I was heartened by your acceptance of Nona's contribution. The spoken word is the true font of wisdom. Here, I pull out a book, is Red Wake, Fact in Fable. It's a annotated compilation of stories of piracy, daring do, and buccaneering from all up and down the coast of the Trackless Sea. Here is my original annotated copy, and it's a historical document trying to parse these fables for truth. I think you'll find it quite interesting, and for those who find it very interesting, I raise my voice, it'll soon be hitting bookshelves around Waterdeep.
I would like to make an insight check on that comment.
Let me go. As far as they've parsed through the book, as far as historical documents go, this one is a little bit far-fetched in certain places.
Well, I mean, for readability, you have to do some edits,
I see. What an interesting group we have here. Let me go ahead and add this over to the collection. I hope that you all have a wonderful time. Though, keep in mind, this only gives you access over to the Court of the Air and the surrounding buildings.
If I might, good sir, how do we gain further access deeper into the keep?
Oh, you'll see it. She'll be over there at the very end of the hall. Or court, sorry.
I'll ask Sir Jacob if he has a copy of his book.
The other one is back at the press that my family owns in Waterdeep.
Well, be sure to send me one.
Absolutely. You're from Baldur's Gate, you said? Red Wine family? I'll have a copy sent over.
Yes.
Yeah, I have enabled chat bubble selected. Weird. Right. Finally, Aerith out there. Well, it's okay if you don't have a book. But are you willing to pay the price?
Oh,
Like
yes.
ominous.
Oh.
Oh yes, of course I'm willing to pay, but I'm how do I explain myself? I'm not from around here, and maybe some form of writing that I have collected along the way or from my natal plane, let's say, could interest you or the keep. I will just leave it all here, and you can look of whatever you like and keep it. And he tosses his bag right there in the floor and opens it and squats over, opens it, and lets him select whatever he wants. And if he wants it, then it's he's allowed to accept it. And if not, well, he will pay.
They go through the little collection, parsing through here, flipping through there. I don't think any of these are going to be quite sufficient, young man.
Then I will pay. I have no problems.
I see. Well then, they pull out a little pouch. 5 gold pieces, please.
Oh yes, right here. And he pulls from his pouch and gives him 5 gold pieces.
Thank you. They go and stash it. Welcome in.
Nice.
Thank you. And I'm in. There.
5 gold
With it-
pieces?
With the ultimate price having been paid. You find yourself here in the massive court of air of Candlekeep. It's featureless, but you see occasional people here or there sitting about just meditating, becoming one with the air. An attendant over next to this area, at the emerald door here, beckons for all of you.
There are people out in the courtyard?
Yes, they are
All right,
meditating.
Oh, they're meditating. Dang it. Okay. Phoenix is going to quickly approach the first person who doesn't look like they're meditating. And you said they're near the other end?
Yes, over here, as you approach, you get a much better view of what this area looks like. You see this before you.
Oh.
An enormous door of sorts made out of solid emerald over here. And up there in the front, you find... I won't use that icon. I'll just keep it open somewhere. Let's make it small. There we go. You find yourself in front of this gigantic, well, emerald door. And an attendant there over at the front. I see you are looking to get access to the inner chapel.
You don't even see Phoenix actively trying to get access to the door. You just see him approaching the guy, the guard. He actually, as he approaches, he pulls out that little same notepad. As he looks like he's ready to write something, and then he just leans and looks at the guy and leans like one shoulder, in like a one shoulder thing where he's like halfway looking at him, but at not. It says, "I just have some questions for you, sir."
I don't do that. There ain't nothing to offer here. If you want any knowledge, I'm gonna have to let you pass this door.
I'm only looking for somebody. Has a particular tiefling of this description, as he says, the description of the tiefling he's looking for. Have they passed through this building?
So as you say that, I'd followed you over, and Ashes. As soon as you say tiefling, She kind of startles for a moment, and then you give the description, and oh, it's not me. Okay.
They look you up and down. And why do you want to know?
I'm an officer of Baldur's Gate, detective. I'm looking for Morik, missing family member of the family of Kimram.
Wait, are you from Baldur's Gate or from Watergate?
Oh, did I say water? Did I say Baldur's Gate? Waterdeep.
Yeah.
I'm from detective of Waterdeep. I'm looking for a missing family member. I have reason to suspect that they have entered Candlekeep.
I can't be freely providing that information. If what you're seeking for is knowledge, you may be interested of getting past this door. But you cannot get past the door unless I allow it.
What must we do in order for you to allow us through the door?
Well, you see that they pull from their pouch. From there, in fact, they have a little spot for their little bag of holding where they seem to pull out a book with an unusual face on it.
Oh, that looks evil.
Evil?
Seriously?
Who
Mordekainen?
might this be?
Mordekainen. Only one of the best magicians to ever have graced the lands. And you don't recognize them. Huh. How ignorant.
My eyes are not what they used to be. You would have to forgive me. But what does this have to do with us gaining access to the Emerald Door?
No, you see. You say you want information, you say you want the knowledge here. But while to get at the gate might have been let anybody in, I'm the one that they call to make sure they're ready for the things that they see inside. And I'm not sure you're ready. And I have to make sure of that.
Oh,
Do you
yeah?
know what lies beyond?
I may.
Because I don't think you quite understand how big this library is.
Considering that we do not have access to it, that is most certainly true.
No,
But
certainly.
Just tell me where this individual is, and I'll be getting out of your hair.
No, I don't believe you quite understand. I am trying to protect you. They go ahead and place their hand over on you, Phoenix, if you don't, move out of the way. And before you, you see a vision spring to your mind.
Oh.
ooh,
When
Seagull.
we get
Okay.
to the perch on Assassin's Creed.
This
Oh my
is the library. I don't think you are ready. You think you are, and that makes you not ready. As you get a much better idea of the scope of Candlekeep.
Wow.
It's pretty
Nice.
big.
Everything over to the left is the actual library itself.
Wow. Library is huge.
And here's the problem. You say you seek knowledge. What are you planning to do? Simply waltz in? There are literally millions of books in there. What are you planning to do? Do you know how big it is? This
If
area
necessary,
outside
I
is but
will
a fraction
come
of its
over
actual
every-
size.
If necessary, I will come over every single 1 million of those books to find Morik.
Dedication.
If I may interject, I do believe you're right. We aren't ready. However, I think all of us are here willing to try. And so, what would you suggest? How do we get ready?
In order to get ready, I will have to teach you the way that we sort. There is no decimal system here that would allow one to sort through the millions of books that make up the catalog. There is no conceivable way any person could walk from one end of the library to the other. Not that I'm sure a straight line would even work. No. How much do you know about extra dimensions? As they open up the first book, the book over to the first page, and it reads, The Joy of Extra Dimensional Spaces.
I
How much would I know about extra dimensional spaces? Can I make an Arcana check?
What is your? Do you have Arcana proficiency?
I have so many proficiencies.
Me as well. How much would I know about that?
Extra dimensional spaces. They wibble and wobble, and they can be placed in each other, linking from one particular area to another. They can be small, they can be large, they can be hot, they can be cold, they can store things, they can be private sanctums. They come in all shapes and sizes and varieties.
Oh, that's a lot I know. I will think to myself as I'm still actively crying over Mayev's backstory here.
I'm going to let him know like everything I know, and also I will say, you said you want to teach us. Well, we are ready to learn. Is there anywhere more suitable we can go?
Well, you're looking at it right here. They go ahead and hand you the book, Tony.
I'll grab it.
When everybody who is interested is ready, gather around your storyteller here.
Okay, gather around,
Fine.
children.
Alan's
Yeah.
gonna
Gather
compose
around,
himself
Tony,
as he
I'm there.
gathers around.
Maev's petting the horses.
Mav, stop horsing around. Hey, kidding.
Okay, you laugh at their puns, but not my. Alright.
Yeah, yeah.
I laugh at no one's puns.
I know if there was a
Yeah,
certain
no
player
one.
in this campaign, I could practically just hear that. That's one.
I can hear them
Yeah.
now.
It's
Yeah,
like,
well-
it's like they're still with us.
So
my
I'm
God.
just gonna get a clarification. I opened the book to a chapter that we want to go to, and it will teleport.
You
us
try
there.
to open. You try to open beyond the first page, but the latch literally will not let you.
How curious.
You open up to what appears to be simply the first page, starting off with chapter 1, the extra dimensional mansion. As you begin to read.
I would like to
Oh,
take a
fuck
moment
yeah.
to pause
Hmm?
and note that if everybody zooms in on the house of the binder, that little building in the middle has like an open book as its like roof. That's
Yeah.
it. That's all I want.
just so you know, you're in a library.
Yeah.
How
we're
else would you
not.
know?
We're not allowed in the library itself yet.
We're working on it.
Drainage
Okay.
is a nightmare on that thing.
Give me just a moment. I'm checking one thing. Sorry, one moment. 1 second. Hold on. One hold on. One moment. Hold on. Sorry, just give me a. Just hold on. Wait. Hold on. I'm almost. Hold on. Wait. Hold on.
Chotobate.
Choto a minute. Like.
Okay. You begin to read. The Joy of Extra Dimensional Spaces, Chapter 1.
Storyteller for this chapter.
Reading through it, Tony, you begin to start reading about Mordkainen talking about the creation of their magnificent mansion spell. It was when I had reached Festandia over there that the two of us had collaborated. But a certain mishap happened when it was an accident of the arcane proportion. But it's okay. I was able to hire a number of wizards in training to simply go in and fix my mistake. I will return from my vacation, and I'm sure that they will have handled everything by the time I return.
They totally did.
Standia Mansion. It's loading.
Oh, hey. I still wanted to pet the horses.
They say
Phoenix,
books
just
can
look
take you
around.
anywhere.
Give me a
Where
second.
are we?
Give me a second. One
Oh my
moment.
God.
I think I know what happened.
Very large
Oh.
marker.
There we go.
Oh, I see. Oh, you can see each other. I just I can't see when you. I see. I know what's happening. 1 second.
I see everything. No, I'm joking,
Yes.
I only see this box.
DM things.
Fun box. Oh, fun box. Small and square and dark. Check out these cool fun locks.
Hold on. I just have to do one thing, which is that the observer role needed to be able to see the tokens, otherwise it was completely blind, and that's why I was confused about where I was. because on my other screen it was completely dark. You find yourself suddenly here, and you were probably the first one to notice it, Phoenix, due to your incredibly high perception. You notice that your coat has changed. It is, in fact, emblazoned with purple and has an M logo on it. And looking about, every single person has on the same outfit.
I got team uniforms, guys.
This is a bit awkward. Someone has to go change. That's not
Is
going to
this
be me.
how they recruit new librarians, perhaps?
This is very strange. What's this about this room that I could see? I guess.
It's kind of small, but you notice this over on the wall right there. It appears to be a bookshelf with chains locking several of the books over there, and a copy of The Joy of Extra-Dimensional Spaces simply lies there on the table.
Oh, this is definitely different. This doesn't happen on this plane, right?
Where even are you? Are you even on this plane? It's really hard to tell. This room is quite small.
That's a fair question.
Imprisoning an officer. Those librarians are getting a ticket when I get out of here.
I'll open the book, or I'll try to open the book.
Nice.
You go ahead and pick up the book, Nona, and as you flip over to the first page, you find yourself sucked in.
Just her.
Well, it seems that this might be the only way out. Phoenix is also going to approach that book and open the first page.
Yeah, as soon as you do, you don't even see any words on there. It just literally shunts your body inside, dragging it through. But you find yourself somewhere and see Nona.
Hey,
I
Sorry,
will say that looks super fun, and I'll follow.
Okay, give me just 1 second.
Ellen's gonna check out, just kind of like skim the spines of the books that are also like kind of along the wall there. Is there anything that would catch his eye given his background?
Yeah, looking through the names of them, you see that a lot of these books that are chained here seem to bear the name of various other spell-like names. Actually, they seem like to be the names of spells, and they all begin prefaced with the name Mordenkainen on them.
Oh god.
For example, you see one that says Mordenkainen's tiny refuge, Mordenkainen's sizable domain, Mordenkainen's tiny village building thing? Question mark?
Is there anything useful over there that you're looking at?
From what I can just taking a gander, it looks to be drafts of some of Mordekainen's more signature spells. Kind of interested about Mordekainen's tiny village thing? Question mark.
Considering that these books seem to be interdimensional space teleporters, should we perhaps follow the others and concentrate our efforts? Or does it make sense to potentially risk splitting up?
Considering Mordekainen is an interdimensional traveling wizard, one of the more famed spellcasters of the multiverse, this place is very likely dangerous. I believe strike the numbers is the right option. As I was just gonna go ahead and touch the book.
Agreed.
Are you
Shunt?
sure about that?
Nope, and I hop off.
Yep, I will follow suit.
Meow.
Okay, I look to Maiev and say, well, I suppose there is no other way. And I just touch the book.
Alright, how are we all?
Can I pick
Sorry,
up
go.
any of the books that aren't chained down?
Take a look over at the actual bookshelf again. One moment. They all appear to be chained.
What about the one all the way to the right on the top shelf?
The chains are under, like, they're to the bottom of the spine there.
Alright. Well, I mean, we can take it off the shelf, right? It just can't, like, go very far.
Would you like to try to?
Sure.
Alright, you go ahead and reach for one of the books, and as you touch it, the book slaps your hand, and then it returns back to the shelf.
At least it didn't
Good.
bite your hand.
That is true. That could have been worse.
That could have been worse, I guess. This is
Mimic
Only-
book.
book not slap
Exactly.
anything, so we'll just go in here.
Right. As you find yourself suddenly shunted in some other room right here, you see like a little note, Phoenix, emblazoned on this piece of wood right here. And it's in common, and it just says, sorry, broke spell, please fix, be back later. And it has an M at the bottom.
I'm gonna have a real thorough look at that note. Do I see anything else about it? Or is that it?
Your perception's really high, right? And investigation too?
My investigation is at a +9, so I'm 19 passive investigation.
Fuck.
Alright. You take a look over at it, a little bit more intricately. The M emblazoned at the bottom is exactly the same as the M that is on your purple coat that appeared on you when you arrived inside of the book. Looking over at the handwriting, it surely couldn't have been written that long ago, perhaps within the last hour. But it definitely looked like it was written in some sort of haste, and otherwise has no other notable features about it.
Okay. What about the rest of this room? Yeah, I see like these things still here.
Yes, looking about the rest of the room here, here's what you see. The door, the wooden here, there's a dark open space offering a view of a starry firmament of the night sky. 5 telescopes mounted on bronze plates point toward the constellations above. In the middle of the space, a 1-foot diameter sphere of clear crystal sits in a circular brass stand.
What happens if we try to move the telescope so they're no longer looking at the constellations?
What kind of movement are you trying? Are you trying to push it, or?
No, just reorient it so it's no longer looking at a constellation.
Alright, you reorientate one of them, and it appears to be staring off into some other distant part of the sky.
Well, astronomy was never my forte.
Phoenix is gonna open his jacket. Is his usual stuff still inside of it?
Yes.
He's gonna pull out a pipe that he clearly cannot use. As he taps it against his mouth as though he's using it. This appears to be a job for an investigator. As he's gonna start looking around at all these telescopes to see if they can be reoriented. Maybe there's any significant direction he can place these in.
Looking over at what Nona did, you reorientate as well. You're like pointing them around, but I mean, right now I presume you're not like looking straight through them. You're just reorientating them away from the constellations, and such they are now just pointing in somewhat random directions at this point. All 5 of them.
Alan's gonna try looking through this telescope he's next to.
All right, Alan, you look through this telescope, and you see yourself looking through the telescope.
What the fuck? He's gonna just say that out loud.
Can I check like the book that we got and just make sure that that there's not anything in there that talks about this place?
The book that you got? Which book?
The book that the guy handed to Tony. I just wanted to check and see.
Tony
if
looks for
there's
the
anything.
Tony looks for the book, but finds no such book.
What?
What's this thing
Yeah.
at the center? If these things are telescopes, what is this thing at the center?
It is a crystal ball.
I'm gonna have
About
a look at that crystal ball.
Ponder the orb.
Yeah, no, it's a 1-foot diameter sphere of clear crystal sitting on a circular brass stand.
Oh, that is one hell of an orb.
Maya
Aqua?
will.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Can I look at the wooden door thingy, the note, anything that could point to lead or something?
Alright, so in order of the 2 actions being taken, Phoenix, you take a look over at the crystal orb over there inside of the center, right? You gaze upon it, and you feel a slight inclination to touch it. It's weird. You normally would not be inclined to touch anything so randomly. It's just like a slight urge, like an instinct that just popped into your mind.
He will definitely want to touch it because he's the investigative type. He wants to touch everything, as he clearly touches the crystal orb.
All right, before touching that, Aerith, you look over at this wooden thing over here on the right side, and you notice that it is a door, but it's very, very heavily bolted shut on both sides. It looks like it was very forcefully pushed in with metal rivets on both the left and the right side, and it does not budge if you place a little bit of force onto it.
Okay, clearly this door isn't meant to be opened. But why?
Phoenix, you touch the orb, and as you do, all of the telescopes reoriented themselves, pointing at major constellations again.
I would like to take one. I would like to take the telescope in front of me and reorient it such that it is looking at the crystal ball, and then I would like to look through it.
All right, you go ahead and look over at the crystal ball orb that's right there at the center. And here is what you end up seeing as a result of that. 1 second. Hold on. Oh, I know what you see. You see fire. Lots and lots of fire. It's literally blinding as the radiance of the sun. You have to literally squint your eyes as not to hurt them.
Ugh, this is very painful. I do not like it. What does anyone else see looking at the orb there? If they look through with one of the telescopes?
I'll check the one that's like right by me over here.
Alright, Tony, you go ahead and look through that telescope, and here is what you see. 1 second.
It's like an alchemy lab of some sort.
It's hard to get any finer details as you're looking through there, but much as Phoenix had a sudden urge to touch the orb, you suddenly feel your hand with an urge to touch the side of the telescope.
What was that about? What was that about an alchemy lab?
There's an alchemy lab here. I want to touch it.
Can I take a look at that? I'm proficient with alchemy sets.
Sure.
Alright, Tony, you move away from that. As Alan, you go ahead and take a look through, and here's what you see.
Huh. Okay, is there anything in particular about this lab that I would recognize? Like maybe like the ingredients they're working with, like any materials I might recognize to kind of like get a clue as to what could possibly be brewing in here?
Okay, let me see what it is. Hold on. You see long wooden tables laden with vials, beakers, and flasks holding various liquids and powders. There are books stacked between the glassware and the chemicals. Yellowed paper charts and blackboards full of complex formulas cover the walls. Looking through with your arcana knowledge and your knowledge of the arcane, with what's inside of these vials, it kind of looks like one of them is full of guano. And are they trying to extract guano? Are they liquid guano? You can't make guano into a liquid like that, can you? That's weird.
The properties of guano are very limited.
What's a guano?
What's up?
What's a guano?
Guano is like bat poop.
Oh. Can we change to iguana?
Sorry, what?
Can we change it to iguana?
Iguano. Yeah, they're trying to turn guano into iguana.
I guess as we're all still looking through these telescopes, seeing as how each one is maybe somewhat different, Phoenix is going to approach this telescope and look through it.
Okay.
Alan will also stop looking through the telescope.
Okay, Alan, you just stop looking through that telescope over there. Phoenix, you go ahead and look over into that one. And here's what you see.
Oh.
Let me go ahead and describe what you see inside of this room. one. I need a way of being able to categorize these a little bit faster in the future, but that's a future issue. Each corner of this pleasant parlor has a scarlet armchair and a reading table piled high with books. A cheery fire burns in the fireplace. A pair of swords sits in a rack above the fireplace, and the heads of various animals are mounted on the walls. Do you have nature proficiency?
I do not.
Looks like a deer, a dog, some kind of bird, another dog, and a black dragon?
Okay, interesting.
So I look this one.
Wait,
Okay.
this is what I'm seeing through the telescope, right? I'm not actually
Correct.
physically here.
You're not actually there. I just placed your token there so you can see.
And okay.
Arif, which
Right.
telescope are you looking through?
This one. Oh, sorry. This one.
Mhm.
And after that, I will look first through it, and then I will point it to the crystal orb in the middle and look through it to the orb.
Okay. Here's what you see. You see what appears to be some kind of garden. Let me go ahead and describe it in more depth. This appears to be some kind of arboretum with open arched walls. Flowering shrubs and small trees grow between paved paths that meet in a semicircular patio. There's no sun, but two glowing globes hang above the plants, bathing them in light. There are powerful blossoms everywhere, filling the air with their perfume. You recognize that the orbs that seem to be providing the light to these plants are drift globes.
Nice.
Phoenix is while maintaining vision in the telescope, will like to try moving the telescope.
Alright. You go ahead and move the telescope while staring into it at the same time. You move it like a lot or a little bit?
Just a little bit at first.
Just a little bit at first, okay. You go ahead and move just a little bit, and the sheer amount of visual sonic noise that permeates into your eyes, you stared into infinity just a second ago. Looking through, it gave you a headache, a horrible, horrible headache as colors whizzed by. And now you see the back of your head now? Oh my god, make an intelligence saving throw.
Uh-oh.
Let's go! Whoa.
Is it with advantage?
Yes.
Okay, nice. Alright, you managed to piece together, but man, that gave you kind of a headache as you take 3 damage.
Oops.
You now, when you look at your telescope, see the back of your head.
Just
my-
gaze through
my
the
elf-
entire multiverse.
You just see like Phoenix like maybe like he like places like one arm on his head to like visually show that like he got hurt as he like just shakes his head. I would not recommend that. But I would appear to have to maybe consider restarting this thing. So he goes back up and then touches the orb at the center.
Alright, the orb
Wait,
resets. Oh, Earth?
I wanted to look through the thing to the orb before Phoenix resets it. Also.
Okay. Staring through at the telescope at the orb, you see the hot radiance of the sun. God, it's so bright.
Damn it. Don't recommend that.
Oh,
Right, so I'm
one
gonna
other
go
thing,
ahead.
Phoenix, is that I guess both Phoenix and Aerith, as you did look through the telescope, you felt that same instinct that Tony did earlier, where you felt like touching the side of the telescope, but it's not a very strong inclination.
He touches the side of the telescope.
Alright, after resetting it?
Yes.
Okay.
Me as well.
Alright, so in order then, Phoenix, you go ahead and touch the side of the telescope, and you see everybody watches as Phoenix appears to be shunted straight inside of the telescope. Phoenix, you find yourself in the parlor you were looking at.
Interesting. As he starts investigating everything in here thoroughly.
Where did he go through? Sorry, which one?
It would be this one at the top.
Oh crap. Yeah, Alan's
Jacob-
gonna like. Alan's gonna see him like go and be like, oh, there goes the cop. As he's gonna go ahead and try to like follow suit.
Jacob says he went into this one actually.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right, are you going to split the party in this way, or are you all sticking together?
Can I look for this one? At the or
Jacob hop into the one Phoenix did, but he's gonna point Alan towards the other one.
Maybe don't jump into the sun, guys.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Don't jump into
No,
the sun.
he saw him go through this one, so he's just gonna kind of like look at Jacob for a moment and then just go through like this one.
All right. Place yourself on the right side of the room if you'll go into that telescope. Otherwise, on the left side if you're just going to stay here and or go into a different one, and we'll handle them in order.
I want to go wherever the cat goes.
That's with me.
Fucking-
I'm going with Jacob.
All right.
Arif and Maiev, are you both just still staying in this room, and or using the other telescope?
yeah,
Oh,
I didn't
sorry?
get a chance to look through
Oh.
one yet.
If possible, Phoenix would like to grab all the books in this room and then place them into one spot.
Let me go ahead and get you. I'll explain what's happening over inside the parlor, just so that way the other two can watch along while this is happening. I will place them as observers in the corner here, but they are not actually here.
Oh wow, this is a lot of skulls.
Greetings, gentlemen. Glad to see that you have figured out the telescopes.
I'm
Right.
just
Huh. Interesting. I heard you say something about like nature proficiency in this room.
Yes.
I am proficient in nature.
Interesting.
All right. Looking at the skulls, you recognize what these are. 1 second. I'm just checking something. These animals are.
survival.
Give me a moment.
Like not proficient in actually. Oh, just people stuff.
Just people stuff. Just people stuff.
Yeah, like deception, intimidation. I don't need that shit. I'm a man of learning.
All right, sorry. You recognize what's on these walls: a stag, a wolf, a peryton, a hellhound, and a black dragon wormling. You gather up all the books around the area, Phoenix, and looking through them, you see that, well, there's a couple of books actually. This particular book appears to be about grass and various types of grasses, lots and lots of grass. Each of the books contains different content. One of them appears to be talking about grass. One of them describes various ways to be able to cut meat apart. One of them describes the behaviors of worms inside of it. One of them talks about coal and all of the various applications of it. And another one simply describes all of the beautiful aspects that gold can be used for and the artistic merits of it, along with very detailed images of it.
Right, yeah. So I guess like as he's like pulling all these books on, he's like skimming through the books, but he's not doing it as methodically as the other guy did, but he's still doing it very, very fast, almost as though he had some sort of photogenic memory, as he's quickly just like looking through all these books in a rather rapid pace, as he sets them down one at a time, finishing them up.
Oh, what are those books about?
Right, just refer to what Aqua had said.
Yeah, I
As
typed it in
Phoenix-
chat.
Oh,
Yeah.
Can I see the one on gold actually? That could be
Right.
useful.
You pick up the book about gold, and inside of it, it has various different depictions of how gold has been used throughout the ages. It talks about how golden dragons gain their lustrous shine by having their eggs sometimes literally dipped inside of molten gold. It's believed as a sign of good luck by golden dragons across the multiverse.
I would like to
Talk
pick up
to-
one on worms.
I don't know why you want worms, but here. I guess
Does the gold
Phoenix
one-
maybe using any of the knowledge with the books. Is there any sort of application on anything in this room in particular?
Describe application.
I guess like meat, for instance. I believe you were like talking about like
How to butcher something.
yeah, how to butcher something. The things on the wall are clearly some sort of animalistic skulls, at least to Phoenix. Does it look like the methods used for it were applied to these?
You look over and there's no meat on these bones. The only meat that you see are your companions.
Interesting. Yeah, they're all definitely meat bags. And
On
what's
the
this
wall
up
in
here at
front
the
of
top?
me, is that
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, looking at that wall there, Nona, it is heavily riveted down. It's kind of a slip shop job, as it doesn't look like somebody put super care into it, but it's heavily fortified.
And what's this big thing here?
That would be the stag skull, I believe.
Interesting.
I meant under it, but yes, that too.
Underneath it? I think it's
Yeah.
just the stand that's holding it. It's a trophy head.
Oh, okay. I think you said there's a fireplace here?
The description, let me read it one more time. Each corner of this pleasant parlor has a scarlet armchair and a reading table piled high with books. A cheery fire burns in the fireplace. A pair of swords sits in a rack above the fireplace, and the heads of various animals are mounted on the wall.
So where's the fireplace?
Oh, I think that, okay, that must be it. That's probably it then. I see. I wasn't familiar with the art.
Okay, I was just like, I thought there was a fireplace here. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and approach and have a real good look at that fireplace. Is it lit? I think you did say it was lit though.
Yes, it is lit. Jacob, you have Arcana, right? You said?
No.
Oh, Alan, you were the one with Arcana.
Yep.
Yeah.
I have Arcana as well.
Okay, Ash, you recognize this is a very much the continual flame spell.
Someone must have set this here. It doesn't
Very
need
nice,
anything to burn, you see.
Nona looking over at this, the door. The door itself looks like it would function if these rivets weren't here, but it looks like they were placed very intentionally there, even if kind of a slip-slop job.
so? I'm not gonna ask the party if anybody has a crowbar and try to open it. Good to know.
Phoenix is going to maybe look to see if there's like any attempt to get out of this room.
Any attempt to get out, like markings on the wall or something?
Is there like another telescope, something like that, or is there anything behind the currently burning fireplace?
You look through and stare quite carefully inside of there. No, there doesn't appear to be anything inside. There's nothing burning there at all. It's kind of weird.
Phoenix is gonna grab one of the books he's gonna actually ask, any of these books in particular anybody not care about? I've already memorized their contents.
I'm still working on the gold book, thank you.
Right.
thing
So
about
he's gonna grab the book on grass and he's gonna go ahead and toss it into the flames.
You toss it into the flame of the continual flame. It sits there. The flame does not extinguish it. In fact, the continual flame spell does not actually burn anything. It's just there.
Okay. Phoenix is gonna go ahead and get into the fireplace and have a real good look around in there.
Phoenix, as you enter into the fireplace,
Another teleportation spell. Very interesting. I'm
Thinking I'm
to follow.
starting to understand this stuff. As Phoenix is looking around and said, then this next one.
Alright, hold on. There are two people who are also looking elsewhere, so we'll see what the others are doing in this bone room first, unless everybody is joining you back in the telescope room.
Oh, okay. I'll just.
How many trophy
I'll wait
heads
for
were
them.
there again?
There are 5 trophy heads.
Okay.
Do you have nature, Nona?
Now.
Okay. Presumably your nature companion here told you it was a stag, a wolf, a peryton, a hellhound, and a black dragon wormling.
Yep, Alan would have said that out loud, like as he processes the information.
Okay, I feel like I should write that down somewhere.
Also, before we continue, how long do you think it would take Alan to like finish actually reading this book?
If you read it at a normal pace and are trying to digest things appropriately and really interpret it. By the way, Phoenix, well, you may have memorized the contents. That doesn't mean you interpreted them yet, right? But I mean, you got a general gist of it.
Yeah, I mean, he can at least recall. He has a photogenic memory thanks to keen mind, so he
Yeah.
at least knows what each page says, even if he has to digest the contents later.
Yeah, exactly. Alan,
Photogenic or photographic? They are very
perfect
different.
recall.
Photographic.
Okay.
I wasn't gonna say.
The keen mind feat is perfect recall, picture perfect
Yeah.
accuracy. Alan, this gold book is about it's about 60 pages long. You think you could get through it in like about 40 minutes if you really tried, maybe 20 if you're reading and skimming quickly.
40 minutes is 40 minutes. Yeah, I'll just kick back in the chair. Did I see how Phoenix went through?
Did you see what?
Did I see how Phoenix went through the fireplace?
Yeah, everybody saw it.
Okay, yeah. So Alan will just sit here and read the book.
Alright, what about the others of you, or are you going to stay in the parlor for now? If so, I can go over to Maev and Aref.
I'll hang out in this room for a little bit longer.
He'll also be like taking notes. Oh wait, no, I don't have shit to take notes with. Yeah, I gotta read this.
Alright, then, Maev and Aref, let's go ahead and see what happened when you went to the other room.
Hey, Aqua.
Yes.
I guess since I'm mostly just gonna end up parsing through the book later, I guess like in the time when he's not actively doing something, Phoenix is parsing through the book in his mind.
Got it. I'm just placing these as observers.
Yeah.
Okay, so suddenly Maev appears out of nowhere, just like I did. Oh, hello.
Hello there.
Hi.
Hello there.
Hello there.
I'll read the description for this room once more. It is as follows.
I'm tiny.
Over on the right side here, this building appears to have an arboretum with open arched walls. Flowering shrubs and small trees grow between paved paths that meet in a semicircular patio. There's no sun, but two glowing globes hang above the plant, which you have identified to be drift globes, and bathe the plant in light. There are colorful blossoms everywhere, filling the air with their perfume. Over on the left side, you see that there is a wall that doesn't exist there anymore. There seemed to be, where is it? A dining room, and a crystal chandelier hangs above a table made of dark wood. 6 matching wooden chairs with scarlet cushions surround the table, and a 7th chair sits alone in the far corner.
Interesting. So this place has two porters all around.
If you take a look over on outside the balcony right there as you approach it, you see that staring off into the distance. This is what do you have Arcana, Maev?
I don't think so.
Okay. There's a purple spacey expanse in front of you. Aref, you recognize this to be the astral plane.
Oh my. Could this possibly be? Maev, do you know what this is? And he points out to the vast expanse of purpleness.
Maya will shake her head no.
Oh, this is something else. Have you heard of the astral plane? Maybe.
I've heard of it, yes.
Well, take a long and beautiful look at it. And he just points his hand extended to the vast emptiness.
Very purple. I can appreciate that.
My, this is something else. I didn't know if this Candlekeep would have, perhaps. I'm just musing to myself, but you can clearly hear the speech. I didn't know this, but it seems that my gunner has paid off. This, if they have this kind of knowledge here, maybe I will have to. I will likely go home. And I suddenly look up to the drift globes and try to touch one. Just touch. If
Right.
maybe
You touch
I
it.
can.
It's nice. It's a little bit warm to the touch as drift globes a be. But otherwise it looks like it's kind of just loosely hanging there. It would be easy enough to tear it down.
Warm. This place is so weird but so entertaining. I will approach first the walls of the balcony. Try to touch beyond the space of the walls. See if there is some kind of barrier that is separating there. And whatever happens, then I go back and I will try to see what's inside the space with the chairs and the table.
Okay. So in order, you try reaching out from the balcony. As you're stretching out your hands, as your finger gets like about a few feet away from the edge, right? Like you're leaning over to kind of like reach as far as you safely can. You notice that the tips of your finger appear to distort to the left in front of you. Just visually, they feel fine. But as you extended them just at a certain point, they visually appear to distort to the left.
Damn. Would I
To
also
the
see
left.
this?
What'd you say, Maya?
Could I also see this if I was looking at him?
Yeah, she would see the same distortion happening to Aerith as their hand extends out that far.
Do I feel anything, or just it's my own hand, my own fingers, just that it distorts visually?
It tickled a little bit, like a little prickle, like a little prick.
But it's not hot, not cold, just prickly.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Okay, time to go see this next. And I go all the way back and see this room, see if there is anything. Sorry, that stands. It's not up. It stands. Sorry.
You notice a few things. There is another one of these incredibly riveted bar doors over here, and another such door over here. A chair particularly sits all by itself over here. Let me check something real quick. You take a look with your perception, Aerith, which you have perception in. Most of the plants here appear to be in fine condition. However, a few of them don't, but it's hard to tell exactly what, since I don't believe you have the required perception. Oh, you do have nature. Never mind. Oh, you do have nature. What do you know? Looking around, it looks like some of these plants have died, or not dying, dead. They are on the pathway to dying very slowly, as plants do. You recognize that some of these plants have been improperly planted. They don't need light. They need some darkness. And these drift globes are very much in opposition of that.
It seems like the one that planted these plants didn't know this, or it was just carelessly doing the job.
Mordecai just needs some succulents, man.
Or some cactus. Okay, so 2 riveted doors, 7 chairs. I will look for anything else that just stands out as weird or not entirely normal for a place like this. For a
I
space like this, I mean.
Maya, what are you up to?
Can I grab this chair that's by itself and drag it out to underneath?
You try to move the chair and it's pretty bolted in place, which is odd because as you were crossing the other chairs, they were very much not.
Well, then I'll grab this one instead.
Alright, you got a chair. Inventory ad.
Yes.
Can I drag it out to underneath one of the drift globes and, like, take it down?
Sure. You go ahead and use the chair as a little leverage platform to reach up for the drift globe, which was a little bit out of reach before. And, well, not that far out of reach, just like, now you can get a nice hold over what's holding it up there, right, in the rope. And you take down the drift globe. It glows brightly inside of your hand.
Where's the off button on this thing?
Let me check something. Hold on.
As I see that, I approach gently and say, "Excuse me, those don't have an off button. They just respond to commands."
This is true. It cannot be turned off once it's turned on. Alright, if you both would like to continue thinking more about what you would do, I can return over to the other crew. Which is actually split into 3 different places.
Yeah, they do that. I don't know what else to do right now.
Ash and Phoenix, you both are in a telescope room, while 4 other people are with the bones in the trophy room.
I think I have a gist of how this stuff works. Now, perhaps we investigate the next room. As he goes ahead and goes to, I guess, touch the crystal ball first, and then he goes to look at the telescope here.
Alright, looking over at the telescope right there. Give me a moment while I find out where this would lead to. You see something fairly disturbing.
How disturbing.
Let me go ahead and describe what you see inside of this room here. Over to where I just placed you. This dark stone-walled room contains only a few objects. A 5-foot diameter circle of intricate runes covers the floor. There's an empty wooden bookstand opposite the door and bronze braziers at the other 3 cardinal points of the circle. Whatever material they contain has long ago burned to cinders, but the room still smells of charcoal and sulfur. Sitting next to the bookstand is a warty toad.
Oh, the horror. A toad.
The horror. This is all he sees through the telescope?
Yes, and also the barred door over at north.
Of course, there's always that barred door. Right, so seeing as this place is full of heresy, he's gonna touch the end of the telescope. And I'm guessing, suspecting what may happen.
Ash, you are alone in the telescope room.
How curious. Can you just repeat to me? So there's 5 telescopes, and so what do they all look at respectively again? I was taking notes, but I want to make sure I've got the right ones.
One appeared to look at a trophy room, one appeared to look at some kind of alchemy lab, one looks at some kind of balcony or arbitorium, and one looks at this kind of, summoning circle? Question mark?
I believe that's the one that Phoenix is in right now.
Alright. I would like to look at the one that leads to the alchemy lab, if I can. And, do the
Split
thing,
the
Julie!
Split the party. Split the party.
Exactly.
Alright, Phoenix, since you've had a bit of time already, Ash, you are in this alchemy lab. And let me go ahead and bring the vision for everybody else over. Don't mind them.
Don't mind the ghostly
very
presence
much
of everyone
minding.
else. I would like to look over, with my proficiency in Arcana, everything that seems to be going on here. Were they using proper PPE? This is an EHS right here. Were they being safe? Is there proper PPE? What was going on here?
Oh yeah, there's no safety going on here. Although there are some books laying about. Hold on. Let me go ahead. This is room M17. Let me read the description for this room once more. The air here smells of astringent chemicals. That's an OSHA violation right there. Long wooden tables stretch across the room, laden with vials, beakers, and flasks holding various liquids and powders. Books are stacked between the glassware and chemicals. Yellowed paper charts and blackboards full of complex formulas cover the walls. As noted from earlier, you notice that there appear to be some vials, but these vials seem to be having guano in them in solid form, and based on a cursory glance, look like it's trying to turn it into a liquid form. There were various notes scattered across the tables.
Me as an actual chemist, I'm like, well, why doesn't he just dissolve it in the right solvent? Come on. I'm like, come on, dude. Basic chemistry. Interesting. Can I look over some of the books and notes?
Alright, looking over the blackboard notes, you have Arcana. The our notes here have very little to actually do with chemistry. In fact, many of them appear to be talking about some kind of mansion and order. Looking through a little bit more, it looks like there's an entire list of probably about 40 different acronyms that seem to be crossed off from each other with no key in sight, but 39 of them appear to be crossed out, and 40 of one has a question mark next to it, as if to indicate that 39 attempts had been made, and this may be the 40th. Looking over some notes inside of a book over to the south, you read through and find some of Mordenkainen's handwriting, or presumably Mordenkainen's. They have a big M on it, it seems pretty likely.
Was he signing his notebook pages? No, terrible practice. Okay.
Permutation 40. Place guano inside a vial. Oh, sorry, were you saying something? Sorry.
Like mix, dear lab notebook. Today I mix guano in a vial. Okay. Does anything strike me as being particularly magical in nature or substance?
Everything around here. This whole area appears to be magical in different ways, like it was conjured up. But the notebook in front of you.
Can I tell what any of the chemicals are?
They appear to be one of them looks kind of like an altered health potion of sorts. Another one looks just like some kind of blue. Is that fruit punch? No.
Drink it.
Everybody knows fruit punch is red, not blue.
When you were talking about like the journal stuff, I just imagine like, dear journal, today I teleported bread.
Oh my god.
Sometimes that's how I think about keeping my lab notebook. Dear lab notebook, today I
I've
fucked
done
up this experiment. Good job.
I've done nothing but
again.
teleport bread for the past 3 hours.
I would like to attempt to add some of the blue liquid to one of the guano vials.
Okay. You go ahead and sort of pseudo-randomly grab the blue liquid and place it over at the guano vial. The guano vial begins to shake considerably.
How curious.
It's shaking more violently.
I'm going to add some of the red liquid because why not?
There we go. What's happening here?
Alright, you go ahead and add some of the red liquid over inside of it. You're not quite sure if some of these things aren't magical per se, but throwing some random assortments together into the violently shaking flask. As soon as the blue liquid touches it, there is a veritable explosion.
Mm,
Make
yeah,
a dexterity saving throw.
what saving throw?
Dexterity.
Dexterity, of
And
course.
that's mustard gas.
First the COVID
That's not
campaign,
that easy to
boys.
make in situ. On the other hand, we could say it was probably a mixture of bleach and like any other
Ammonia.
cleaning thing.
Like
Yep.
bleach and ammonia, that'll make mustard gas.
Unfortunately, you've got COVID now.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't make mustard gas. That's not that easy to make. Mustard has not arsenic. It's got sulfurs. Yeah, it's nasty shit. Anyway, saving throw. Yes. Okay.
I remember there was like a
Yes,
video
wait.
on like TikTok where some girl was like making slime and it was just filled with
There we go.
comments. She's like, "Girl, that's napalm. Please be careful."
Yeah.
Alright. Roll a 13.
Mhm.
Okay. You managed to realize what's about to happen right before it does, as a fiery explosion consumes the room, but you are quick, but it's still a very powerful explosion, as you end up taking 6 damage.
Ooh.
My God,
Oh
I
my
only
gosh.
have 7 HP.
As the
First death
explosion
of the
rocks the
campaign.
room,
Why
as
did
the
it say
explosion
0?
rocks
I'm
the
not
room.
0. Oh, I must have mispressed that. I should have 1
No.
HP.
1 HP.
There we go. There we go.
Nearly dead.
Hold on, where is it?
Mm.
Sorry, I was looking for my drawing tool. Where'd it go? Where'd my drawing tool go? Oh, there it is. Wait, where's my freeform drawing tool? There it is. The wooden rivets that were holding this door in place appear to have been completely disintegrated, and you begin to look at that door, and it looks like it is being kind of forcefully vacuumed over to the other side. The rivets that are holding onto it are barely holding it in place.
Okay.
Phoenix, you were close enough. You heard the explosion.
Oh. In what direction do I hear that explosion come from?
From the side of the wall that you're standing next to, you very much hear a boom.
Like, I hear it come from across this wall?
Yes.
Oh.
Am did knock the wall down.
That is very strange.
Alright, Ash, you see this door attempting to be vacuumed over out to the other side.
Concerning.
Most of the chemicals around here appear to have been destroyed in the explosion. The wooden tables, the vials of glass are everywhere. The journal that never fully got read.
Oops. Well, if he had the proper note-taking protective equipment, this wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, where's the fume hood?
Yeah, exactly. Safety glasses, nearly dead, thank you. Like, I love that it says that when I hover over my character. Nearly dead, yes, correct. Literally 1 HP.
Like, it doesn't even say like nearly unconscious, it just says nearly dead.
Yeah. Cool. Can I... I'm not sure how to get back. Interesting. Can I check out the blackboard?
Yes, you take a look over at the various permutations that 39 of them are crossed out, but a 40th one has not and has a question mark on it.
What does it say for the 40th one?
GBGG BGG question mark. Typing out a character chat right there. But yeah, looking at it, it just seems like it's there. It's the only one that is not crossed out. The door is beginning to creak apart. You're feeling yourself getting sucked in that direction.
Time to let go.
Oh.
My
Is
time
there?
must come.
There's no guano or blue potion left. I blew it up.
You blew up everything, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, the entire room is basically featureless minus these blackboards. And a little bit of chalk that survived the explosion.
Eat the chalk.
Unfortunate.
Be like a titan, eat the chalk.
I'm
Could've had
going
a
to
full-
head toward the door.
You could have had like the full setup, like I am the danger kind of thing, you know?
Damn,
Alright,
I blew everything up. Unfortunate. Okay. Yeah, I really don't have much else to do here.
okay. As you contemplate that over to yourself, the following happens.
Yes.
You die.
Yeah, pretty much. Right.
You are lost in the vast expanse of the far beyond.
The astral plane.
L plus ratio.
Be like that sometimes.
Who hasn't accidentally gotten lost in astral plane a few times? The door breaks apart and you find yourself flung violently through it and down the hallway, past these other doors, up these stairs, just throwing you around and thrashing you about.
You're gonna follow with little Phoenix.
Mm.
Uh-oh.
Moment.
She went gone.
You get thrown up the stairs, slam into a wall, and as you do, over here, you find yourself back in the telescope room. You are unconscious and currently making a death saving throws.
Uh-oh.
You heard the violent explosion of the vacuum once again, Phoenix, although this was even more considerably louder than the explosion itself. It was like a massive whirring vacuum sound.
Once again, Phoenix is very concerned because it sounds very close to him. He's still investigating this room.
Did anybody? I suppose nobody in the parlor heard what happened there, did we?
No.
Oh, where's this at? Oh, this is Phoenix's room.
Yeah.
I guess we're
Where
back
is
to
the
Phoenix.
toad?
I'm guessing I am supposed to be able to see what's across this thing.
Hmm?
This wall.
Huh. That's weird.
As he hides it.
That's kind of weird. Why can't you see across that wall?
Not
Oh, I see.
we can.
Ooh, bottles.
I didn't make a comment about it because I was a bit curious as to what that was, so I was like, oh, okay. So it's just this tiny room that I'm in.
Still see it now.
Yeah.
It's just a little bit darker.
Yeah.
You see nothing.
Okay. I'm paying no attention to the man behind the curtains.
The elephant in the room.
How close am I to being finished with this book, by the way? At this point?
Hmm?
Would I finish reading the book at this point, or?
Yeah, you're pretty close to the end of that book. Because we'll let Phoenix finish what they're doing in here, and then we'll return back to the parlor.
Okay.
Alright, it's been a while. Can you repeat to me what I know in this room?
Yes. Give me a moment. This dark stone-walled room contains only a few objects. A 5-foot diameter circle of intricate runes covers the floor. There's an empty wooden bookstand opposite the door and bronze braziers at the other 3 cardinal points of the circle. Whatever material they contained is long ago burned to cinders, but the room still smells of charcoal and sulfur, and sitting next to the bookstand is a warty toad.
The toad.
Interrogate the
Where-
toad.
Where's the toad? You said right next to the bookstand? I'm guessing
Yes.
this is the bookstand.
Mm-hmm,
Your job, policeman. Interrogate.
I'm looking for the warty toad. Where's the toad?
Yeah, you find it next to the bookstand, yes.
Is it just there?
Yeah, it's like looking at you.
Phoenix is gonna go ahead and pull out his notepad as he's going to begin his interrogation.
Yes. Yes.
He looks at the frog. It says, "What do you know about this location?"
Why should I tell you?
I am looking for an individual by the name of Mork from the Kimran family, but I do not believe that they are in this location. But I need to finish the rest of this, to fulfill my investigation. What can you tell me about this room?
What's in it for me?
Fuck yourself, Copper.
I ain't no snitch.
This is all for an investigation. Do not obstruct justice.
Obstruct this. They kind of lightly and kind of clumsily turn 180 degrees on the toad and raise their butt at you.
Bro, you just got dunked on by a toad.
I see. He goes ahead and starts writing a fine. He writes, let me see, what's a good thing?
Public indecency.
Public indecency, yeah. Public indecency. And it's like, save 5 gold pieces as he hands it to the toad.
You didn't even know frogs could spit, but here we are.
That's it. I think I'm gonna have to take you in.
Do you grapple the toad?
I don't know how big this toad is.
It's
but,
not that big. It's like literally about like
It's
like
a toad
6
size?
inches across. It's a little bit bigger than toad's eye. It's like pretty large by toad standards, like about 6 inches across. So pretty big toad, much larger than a regular toad, but still, you fit on your desk.
Yeah, if he doesn't look like he's like big enough to like reasonably resist, Phoenix is gonna go ahead and reach down and grab him and pull out one of his manacles. And then from the biggest part of his body, like from horizontal wise, he's gonna handcuff him right there.
Hey! I hate you! Your kind will suffer a terrible fate. You will all burn in the hells forever.
Yeah, I'm taking you in. You can tell it to the judge. For now, what he's gonna do with the other end is he's gonna handcuff him to the book stand.
From one imprisonment to another. I hate you. Hate. When I return to my form, you will be the first to die.
As Phoenix just like looks around, he places his hands on his waist as he nods as though he did a good job. As he continues to look around.
All right. While you're looking around the room in this way, and some people are in the parlor, Ash, could you go ahead and make me 3 death saving throws?
Oh
my
boy.
God.
Okay.
It's been a hot minute. You're just kind of lying there in the parlor right now, having been thrashed about in an interdimensional way.
Alright, there's one.
Success.
Success.
Nat 20.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Failure.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay. Oof.
Right. Meanwhile, back at the parlor, you finished reading through, Alan. This book very heavily talked about golden dragons in particular, and learned a lot about their history, their ecology, about how their scales can be quite valuable when forged in just the right circumstances.
Yep, that's exactly what I was looking for. Al's gonna close the book. Nothing quite like some good literature. He's gonna go ahead and kind of put the book down where it was before, and keeping note of how Phoenix kind of like got out of the parlor the first time without like saying a word. He's gonna go ahead and just do the same thing. He's done here.
All right, Alan, you just enter the fireplace. You said.
Yeah, through the fireplace.
Okay. You exit through the fireplace, Alan, and oh my God, Ash is bleeding on the floor.
Oh,
There's a surprising amount of blood in here now.
Alan's just not even gonna think about it, as he's just gonna go ahead and yeah, just cast cure wounds on Ash here. Oh, I can make a roll here. It looks like 1d8 plus 3. Yeah, that looks normal. Wait a minute.
Or
I should have my
Ouch.
ability. I should have my ability modifier on it, or
It does. It's 4 healing total.
oh, okay, yeah, okay. I
You
see
just
it.
rolled a natural 1 because, ouch.
Be like that.
Woof.
It happens.
Alright. Better
Ash,
than
you were
nothing.
away.
We're up.
Welcome back to the land of the living.
Let's get up. Mein God. Mordekainen does not use good lab practices. Very poor practices.
Ash, what happened? God, there's all this blood.
Thank you kindly, Alan. I am in your debt. Unfortunately, I suppose I did not follow your advice to keep together, although it seems we have all split up. I went to the alchemy lab, and let us say the results were explosive.
Halfway when you were like talking, when you were saying like we all split up, I was just like, where is everybody?
Yeah,
I cannot speak for everyone else. I am uncertain. Perhaps we can observe them with the telescopes, though.
Oh, that's a fantastic idea. I better stay here with you. You're already wounded.
I actually look through the nearest telescope and see a phoenix arresting a frog.
I believe our fellow law enforcement officer, who I am fairly certain is outside of his jurisdiction, is arresting, and I double check. Yes, he is arresting a frog.
Do you want to run that by me one more time? I don't think I heard you properly.
Come, please look for yourself. I'm fairly certain my eyesight is the same, and he is arresting a frog.
Okay, Alan's gonna take a look through the telescope.
Yeah, you can't hear any sounds to the other end, but you see that the frog is making very noises at Phoenix as Phoenix is investigating the area with the frog chained to the bookshelf.
That's this almost feels like something I would see in a play.
where are the rest of us, by the way? Like,
Yeah, Alan's also gonna kind of look through the other telescopes, keeping like since Ash pointed out that Phoenix wasn't through one of them.
Nona, Jacob, and Tony are just in the parlor still. I'm not sure what they've been doing, but they are in the parlor.
Am I in the
Wait,
parlor?
we're in the.
You are still in the parlor, yeah. Sorry, not the parlor, the trophy room. Sorry.
Oh, the trophy room. I was gonna say, like, were we watching Ash shoot out or what?
Sorry, I'm just
But
bad.
Trophy room makes sense.
what were we doing, yo?
I figure this place out.
Orgy.
Mm-hmm.
While they're figuring that out over there,
Yeah.
Maya and Aerith, what have you been up to this whole time?
I mean, I was laughing at everything that happened, so I don't know what I was up to. I mean, I was investigating for sure, and certainly curious about that chair that would move, so I might as well want to touch it, but that's about it.
Do you just touch the chair?
Yeah, the one in the corner. Just touch
Alright.
it, not
You touch
see.
it. You touch the chair. It doesn't budge because it's bolted to the floor, but there it is.
Why would this be bolted to the floor? And I begin to investigate that fucking chair.
Alright, it looks exactly like the other chairs, except it's in the corner and bolted to the floor.
Nothing else stands out.
Nothing else about it stands out. It is a chair bolted to the corner. And in the corner. It's weird. Why is the chair in the corner? That's odd.
Sorry, Maiev, you were about to say something?
Wordlessly, actually, she has the drift globe in her hand, or in her arms, and she puts it under the chair.
Shiny. The light over on the right side of the balcony has pittered out quite a bit as there's one drift globe still there. You notice that some of the plants appear to have rapidly begun to die and then stop after a certain point, while some of those that were dead are beginning to come to life a little bit.
As expected? Yeah, seems like it. So, I take out my sword, my short sword, and touch the sitting surface of the chair.
The what face of the chair?
The sitting surface, the one you place your butt in.
Oh, okay. On the chair that's in the corner, or just any of these other chairs, except for the one that I guess was dragged over?
No, the one that's in the corner.
Okay. You touch the seat of that chair with your sword, you said?
Yes.
Zoop! Your sword is gone.
Hey!
It got shunted away.
Oh, so this one acts as a teleporter. I hope it brings me back to that. Well, let's see. And so I place my hand in the seat.
Zoop! You first heard the clang of a sword, Alan and Ash, and then you saw Aerith follow shortly behind.
Alan would have picked up the sword to just to see if he can inspect its craftsmanship.
I see Alan approaching and hey, oh, you want to see? Yeah, of course, take it.
Is this yours?
Yes, and it got shunted, teleported before me, but yes, of course, please. Look,
check out. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah.
I check out the sword. Is there anything particular about the craftsmanship?
It's
a
from
sword.
the Shadowfell, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's a Shadowfell sword. Very shadowy.
Not familiar with the origin of this one. Actually, I don't think I've ever seen a sword like this that's crafted in such a particular way. Where did you get this?
Oh, home? Oh, yeah, right. I'm not from this plane. I'm from the Shadowfell. Yes, I'm an elf, but I'm a particular kind of elf. We are called Shadarkai. I don't know if you have heard of us?
Would Alan have heard of the Shandarkai?
Yeah, you should be fairly familiar with them.
Oh, Shadow Elves from the negative plane, I believe it was?
In between that, the Shadowfell is like the kind of a reflection of your own world, but without color. And let me say it.
Upside down. Sorry.
Well,
Sorry. Let me tell you, this place is really colorful. I really like it here. But going back to that, it's like a dark reflection of your plane. And then you have the plane of shadows that is the negative plane, sorry, that is completely out of life. Like, we don't even go there. It's a place of death and darkness, like total darkness.
Well, it's always interesting meeting another far traveler. Well, I can't say I'm from a different plane. I do hail from the material plane, but I come from a distant land called Eberron. It's not quite like Faerun.
I heard something about Eberron, Aqua?
Yes, vaguely in tales. So, as you recollect these tales, and you can continue in the in-character chat.
Oh yeah, sure thing.
Phoenix, you are attempting to intimidate this toad by saying that you will lower their sentence. Or I guess that's more of a persuasion thing than an intimidation, isn't it?
Let me see which one I have high. Actually, they're both the same. Really, I'm fine with the intimidation, actually.
You attempt to intimidate the toad.
If you tell me more about this room, I'll consider lowering your sentence.
All right, go and make the intimidation check.
Go. $15.
15. Okay.
Oh, question mark. How cool.
Does that include removing me from the confines of this stupid room? I have been in here too long. Release me.
If you tell me more, then as soon as I figure out the confines of this room, then I will let you leave.
The deal is set. They extend a webbed hand over to you. Web finger? Whatever a
Right.
toad appendage is.
So Phoenix goes down, reaches over, and with the key to the manacles, unlocks it and frees him from the manacles.
All right. Do you also touch their webbed foot?
Sure, he'll touch the web foot.
The pact is sealed. As you see demonic energy like course through both of you.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Happening here.
And a Tanaruk comes into play.
Tanaruk.
The pit theme. Fucking
Now
pit.
Phoenix stands up and I guess with the pack sealed, he starts looking around. Now, what do you know about this room?
In this stupid room, I was told that as long as I could burn down this stupid bookshelf, it would be able to get me out of here. I don't know why. I don't know how. But I can't! You see them very little slappy webby noises as they try feebly slapping their toad appendages at it.
That's so.
That cursed mage!
So the bookcase should only be burned down. So he starts to look at the braziers. Are there torches on here? These braziers are do they have the materials necessary to continually burn?
Yes. They are not right now. The room smells of cinders, but there's it smells of charcoal and smells of sulfur, but it doesn't seem like it seems that they are just a little bit too high for a toad to reach.
Cruel. Okay, right. So what Phoenix is gonna do, I'm assuming if you could have burned something, you would have done it by now. So Phoenix is gonna have a look around the room and find actually, well, he wants to make sure of one thing first before he does anything of any sort of lighting. Can I make some sort of check to see if maybe if I were to light anything in this room, the whole room is not gonna just explode on me?
What kind of what would that be?
Would you like it? I'm hoping investigation, but I don't know. I'll leave it to you.
History. Do you have history?
I do not. I don't have a.
You're not sure. Probably not? Question mark.
Okay, does the room appear flammable?
The stuff in the braziers does, but the rest of it, there's not obviously flammable material.
Okay. Right. So, Phoenix has a torch. So he's gonna he's gonna pull out a tinderbox, and what he's gonna do is he's gonna light his own torch first. Please blow me up.
Yes, burn the bookshelf.
To explode on me, he's gonna start lighting each brazier one at a time.
Right, doof, doof, and doof.
Nothing happens, I guess.
Yep.
As he
Nothing
starts approaching the bookshelf, and he'll attempt to set it on. What? There's nothing on the bookshelf, right? I think you told me it's an empty bookshelf.
Yes, minus the toad.
The toad is on the bookshelf or next to it.
No, they've hopped off.
Okay, he's gonna go ahead and attempt to start burning the bookshelf.
All right, it catches on fire immediately and burns, and as it does, you hear a kind of mechanical sound. You look over at the door. The metallic pittons that appear to at a glance have been so carelessly placed over to there begin to reposition themselves within the walls directly. And despite defying all logic, maneuver in such a way as to draw some kind of arcane symbol on the door, and the door harmlessly disappears.
Uh-oh.
Let me go ahead and show you what you see beyond it.
Frog,
Totally
explain.
calculated.
How am I to know? That stupid mage. What were they doing? Where are we?
Then looks like you are with me in this regard. Follow, as Phoenix with the lit torch starts making his way towards the open door.
Alright. You take a look over on this side, and it looks like two areas. Well, this area on the left is this door is gone. It appears like it had gotten destroyed in some kind of explosion of some kind. Who knew how that happened?
I was effective in opening multiple doors. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's one way to put it.
Is this like a watery here? Water?
No, the entire area is just kind of like purplish because it's in the astral plane.
Oh, okay. Got it. So he's gonna step out of the room and have a look at both directions. That door is completely destroyed and open and leads some stairs. What does this one look like it leads to?
It looks like it leads somewhere, but the pitons are there again.
Frog,
Why?
explain.
How am I entirely to know? Only a few hours by, I saw stupid magician going and placing these metal rivets on the door leading here. I tried to communicate with them, but they just kicked me to the other side of the room. And then, in a rush, they left.
Magician, explain how he looks like. He pulls out the pen and paper.
They give you the subject portfolio of somebody that definitely matches the description of Mordenkainen.
That magician is probably Mordenkainen.
Oh, and they were screaming something about order and entropy. The fool.
Or he just writing in his notes, order, entropy. You have been a very good witness thus far. Let us continue.
I'm free! Free! And you will also release me from this toad confinement as well when you can.
We will see about that. As,
It is part of our contract.
We will see about that. As he starts investigating these pitons. Does they look like they can be removed in any way?
With enough force, probably.
He will attempt to it with some. Actually, no. He knows he doesn't have force. He's gonna go ahead and pull out his pistol, aim at the pitons, and shoot at it.
One piton breaks. You hear like a small kind of like a wheezing sound as if like air is escaping out of something.
He's going to investigate this further. Does it seem like there's like a really mad rush of air seeping in or seeping out of this wall?
In this case, it would be seeping out toward you.
Oh.
Positive pressure.
It appears that room is heavily pressurized. As he's going to start backing up to a sufficient distance. And with his pistol, he's going to again shoot at another piton on the other side. And as soon as he does, he's going to try to maybe hide behind this wall.
Alright. The wheezing sound grows ever larger as another pistol shot rings out and breaks another piton. You see the door is even beginning to wibble and wobble under the force of the pressurized vacuum air there.
Frog, stand back. As with one more shot, he takes the shot and then dives down south.
Yes. Phoenix, you dive down south as you hear an enormous explosion of a vacuum, and you find yourself sucked back over into the hallway that you just dived backward between. Go and make a dexterity saving throw.
Ah, dang it. I thought the air was being pressurized in this direction, like as it'll explode out, not towards me. Oh god. Or at least I thought I wouldn't be pulled out. Okay, sure. Dexterity saving throw is up here. I am not good at these. 15. Oh, that's a good roll.
Not too bad, as you do get a brief glimpse of the room that's over there before getting violently dragged alongside the wall. Just kind of orientating yourself as to avoid most of the danger. It drags you up along the wall, and then silence. You don't see that anymore. Instead, you find yourself head first on top of Ash's head over here. You have taken 4 damage.
Is the frog with me?
You look at the frog. Its guts have splattered across the wall to the left. It is dead.
Oh my god! The frog!
Oh, there goes our-
Oh my god!
It is
Oh,
unfortunate that he didn't make it.
Wait, what is it in Neo 2 released from this mortal coil?
Why were you arresting a frog?
That was a key witness in the investigation of Mordecai.
Are you mad?
Just another death in police custody. SMH.
I didn't say he was lawful good.
Excuse
Oh my
me.
God.
What are you doing here exactly? I ask Phoenix, although I don't know his name.
Why I am here? Because I've read that darned book.
What book?
Yes, no, I
Huh?
mean, why are you here when you were there arresting that frog?
Ah, yes, of course. I was breaking into a room. It was heavily pressurized. I unfortunately did not predict how strong and violent the vacuum would be. However, the door should be open now. As he starts walking boldly back to that same telescope and touches the side of it.
Okay, give me a moment.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, you touch it, and this area, you notice that the purple miasma around here that had been kind of permeating about is gone entirely from this area.
The frog, the
He's
burnt
gone.
bookcase, everything is just still as it was seen before.
Everything is in the same position as before, yes, but the purple miasma that was permeating earlier is not here any longer. You look down the hallway and it's not there anymore either, nor to the left nor to the right.
How strange.
I was somewhat hoping before he left he was going to wait for everybody else.
I mean, you could definitely still go.
No, I
Would you like to join?
No, I was just gonna go look to Aerith and just say, was there anybody with you when you teleported?
Oh, yes. Maya, I think it was the lady with the purple hair.
All right. In that case, could I ask you to go back through your telescope after her? I'm going to go back to the parlor where everyone else is, and we're gonna try to follow Phoenix as he is gonna go ahead and I suppose just blaze his trail.
All right, so in order then, back over to the parlor then first, or trophy room. Sorry.
Hi, we have.
Sorry, go ahead.
We have just been having a very nice conversation here. Doing nothing.
We feel the camera on us, and we've been playing patty cake.
In other news, we are all best friends, though. So.
Oh, fantastic. You're all right where I left you. Phoenix may have found a way out of here potentially. We should all probably regroup.
Sounds good.
Let's go.
I'm kind of out of my element in here, so don't really know what's what.
All right, just follow me through the fireplace as.
Yep. I follow.
Yes, if like Phoenix was like expecting them, you just see him standing by the door, looking, pretending to look at a watch that doesn't exist. You are exactly 3 minutes, 3 minutes, 20 seconds, and 15 milliseconds late.
I make a rude gesture.
Alan's just gonna go. Well, you could have waited. There was that, but I suppose you have been waiting here. So, what did you find, Constable?
Right. These pittons can be destroyed. However, you have to be very, very careful, as there is pressurized air at the end of these things. As he points towards these doors.
Yes, I
where's-
can testify to that. It will drag you
Where's my Ev at?
strongly.
And he steps out.
Yeah, that's a good question. Where is my Ev? What are they doing over here?
Staring at the
What's
magic.
she doing with the plants?
I did
Yeah.
ask Aries to go retrieve my Ev.
In my defense, they didn't let me go to her before teleporting me to the room, so
That's fair.
In my defense, I didn't get to finish before transporting to other rooms.
Oh, okay.
By the way, when I see the exploded frog, I'm just gonna take an action and dismiss Lucy for a bit. Just in case.
Delicious.
You don't want to end up having Lucy happen to that frog. Let the frog will happen to Lucy.
Yeah.
Alright, my Ev, are you just
I'm over here. I took the other drift globe and I stuck it on the other side of the room with the other one.
Oh, so both drift groups?
Yeah.
Right. As you place that drift globe over there into that corner over there, you notice that the plants that need light have died, and those that needed darkness have thrived.
Which ones are prettier?
God.
Definitely the ones that need light in this case.
Well, I'll take one of the drift globes and kind of put it over in this area, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
There's some light, but not overbearing light. And then, if that's all there is to it, I'll also sit on the chair and would have been teleported away.
As you begin making your way over to the teleportation, you noticed, looking behind you over at the plants, that the partial light that you have placed more strategically there, the dark plants are about the same as the solar plants, and they begin to just wiggle back and forth in contentment as you hear a satisfying sounds of pittons being moved.
Uh-oh.
Congratulations, you have solved the puzzle.
Insert Zelda noises. I can't get through the wall! There we go. Let's go hallway. There's stairs. I want to see what's in that other room. Okay, this moving keys takes too much. Oh my gosh, I gotta move it separately. Oh, is this a kitchen?
Yes, it is a kitchen.
Do I see cheesecake? Or is that just cheese?
Let me see what it is. Hold on. Over in this room, what you see is the following. The aromas of cooking permeate this kitchen. A large iron stove takes up one wall, and the rest of the room is filled with large tables and racks lined of hanging pots, pans, and cooking utensils. Everything is terribly dirty. Horribly dirty. There is mold on this cheese. The pots and the pans are covered in dirt and grime.
I haven't ever really used a kitchen. Not often anyway. Is there anything substantial in the pot on the stove?
There appear to be a lot of charcoal and sulfur inside of it.
Charcoal and sulfur. Okay. One in each or both in both?
Plenty in both.
I'll just grab the big one and carry it with me just in case.
Do-do-do-do. You smell bad now.
I could use
Amazing.
this to blow something up later.
Exploding cheese. Let's go.
How's this door looking?
Unlike the other doors, this one is completely reinforced with iron padlocks, metal plates, metal pivots, and pistons that are very strategic and very intentionally and cleanly placed where they are.
How's about this one?
Those other ones, much like the other times, these doors are held in by metal pistons that look a little bit messy.
I'm too lazy to blow things up right now, so I'll go upstairs.
Let me go ahead and bring that where that brings you. 1 second.
Is that a window?
Yes, you look out and see the beauty of the astral plane before you.
I guess a similar door.
Yes.
I'm intrigued by this door that is not like the others. How come this door doesn't open easily? Active kitchen. Oh my gosh, please. Do I have anything to start a fire with?
Do you?
I don't know, do I?
Do you?
I don't know, do I?
Do you?
I don't know. I mean, it's a stove. You tell me.
Can I turn on the stove underneath the small pot full of flammable objects?
Yes. As you do, it's beginning to slowly heat up, and you begin to notice the pot beginning to slowly shake in intensity. It's not going to go off in like immediately for sure. It's like going to take a minute or two.
I think it's like this cheese. And then I'll leave and wait over here.
All right. Are you joining the others?
No, it's gonna wait for the pot to explode.
Okay. Meanwhile, down with the others, as you are waiting, the rest of you are over here. Having arrived at the summoning circle, the purple miasma around here has cleared considerably.
Yep. I guess during that time, Phoenix gave notebook out. Started explaining everything that he's come across thus far about the highly pressurized rooms. How most of these things appear to be some sort of puzzle, and that unlocking the puzzle makes the room not explode and probably will not harm you.
While Phoenix is explaining this, Alan is not listening and also kind of curious about the purple miasma. Can you see if you can ascertain what that is?
Yeah, because you actually have Arcana. But you don't know if you've seen this before. Do you have expertise in Arcana?
I don't have expertise, but I do. All I have is proficiency at the moment.
Okay. This seems extraplanar in nature. That is, it seems to be related with the way that everything is teleporting and linked up together, but it's hard to do so much more than that. However, that it's gone is a good thing.
Yeah, and meanwhile, the thing's just talking, and he's just like, blah, blah, blah. Kind of just hears.
Looking inside of this room, smells of sulfur and charcoal permeate this room. Glass vessels, large and small, stand in rows on floors and tables, ranging from 1 foot to 6 feet tall.
Oh, these things are tall.
Damn.
There's a lot of sulfur and charcoal around here.
I'm gonna have a look at each one of these.
The smell.
Is there
This is
any kind
obvious.
of...
This is
Sorry,
all
go ahead.
illegal contraband.
Why don't you hold your horses there for a moment? Or wait, no, he wouldn't say that. Why don't you hold your raptors? Because Eberron. Can I like see if I can kind of ascertain as to like this some kind of lab, obviously. Would I be able to tell what kind of lab it is?
It looks more like a storage room than a lab.
This is a storage room.
Not much was obvious, but this is obviously a bunch of illegal contraband.
This one is sulfur and charcoal contraband.
Why would they need so much of it? They're clearly doing
Just
nefarious
because
deeds
they
with it.
have as much does not mean it's contraband. Or are you not familiar with what contraband means?
As you have more of it, it gets more illegal.
What is this thing in the corner? And this.
It looks like it's just spilled sulfur.
Oh,
Are these like being able to open them from the top?
Yes. They're just like lightly sealed, and you can just kind of like open it up a little bit, and it's like successful.
Why so much sulfur? Sulfur. Hmm.
so
This
this
So
is
door
also
is
suspicious.
this door is
Uh,
also blown up, right?
Yes.
And beyond is those stairs.
Yeah, and the stairs lead upwards. But every time it looked like somebody was getting like chucked up there, they kind of got teleported.
So there's nothing in any of these containers other than that?
Yes.
Or they're all just containers, they're all full, and there's only containers in here, nothing else in the room?
Correct. Just containers of charcoal and sulfur. It's like a storage room of them.
What could these be used for?
I had to hazard a guess. I'm guessing these are spell components. Charcoal is used in many different types of spell rituals. Sulfur, I'm less familiar about.
Well, isn't sulfur like shit for demons? I don't know.
You hear an explosion above you.
What?
That looks like the pot went off.
That sounds very interesting.
How far do I hear that explosion?
It's above you.
I
The
asked
sound.
far. How far though? Does it sound like if I were to go up these stairs, it'll be around the same distance?
Yes.
Time to investigate as Phoenix starts rushing up, makes a mad dash towards the direction of where he knows the explosion is.
Alan's gonna follow suit because at this point he's not sure if the officer here is gonna like destroy potential like
The
magical
officer
regions.
is also nearly dead, according to. It's like I'm
He's-
wounded now. He's nearly dead.
You go
fine,
up,
That's
you
okay.
go up the stairs and find a dead end. Or what seems like it, Phoenix, you very quickly realize this is just a secret door, and you can easily push it past.
He pushes past it.
Yeah, you push past it.
He pushes past it, so he already knew it was there.
high perception. You are able to move past.
You cannot hide these things for justice as he enters the room.
Oh my god.
What was he so observant? What the hell?
The A door here appears to have been disintegrated.
Phoenix is going to investigate this door to see how it has how this possibly could have happened.
Was this one of us?
Possibly me. I cannot clearly remember.
Oh, are there books here?
Yes.
Okay,
Give me a
Is
second.
there
I'll just
anything here?
I got to hear about those books, but yeah, please
So-
go ahead.
yes, in order. Hold on. Books first, and then stairs next. Although you already saw what was up those stairs. Maev, you see the rest of your crew there if you teleported back after the explosion. Let me go ahead and tell you what's inside of this room, Alan.
Yippee!
The entire far wall of this room is a floor-to-ceiling bookshelf. Even more books are resting on several large scarlet armchairs and small wooden tables, and there are several paintings on the walls. A fluffy black cat is curled up on one of the chairs. You look
The
at
cat's
it.
still there.
I was gonna say, like, and Tony walked right past that.
You look at it. Oh, it's just a stuffed cat.
No.
Not
No.
real.
Looking through these books are not chained to the wall like the other ones were, and in fact are quite detailed.
Is there anything that Alan would find interesting?
Do you have investigation proficiency?
Let's check.
Phoenix will like to go through looking at these actually as well.
I do.
Alright,
have
you both are working
investigation
together on this?
proficiency.
Oh yeah,
Do
he
you-
definitely does.
Do you, Alan?
Yeah, I have investigation proficiency. I have so many proficiencies.
Okay, then both of you begin like delving into the books. Alan, you stumble upon a book penned by Mordenkainen, and over on the right side, just in a particular binding, something about it just struck your eye as being a little bit more well used than some of the other books. And you opened up the cover, it looks like a notebook, and on the front page it says, "I've done it! The magnificent mansion! Finally, I can create it!" And you flip over to the page. Working within extraplanar spaces is always tricky. There's a careful balance when trying to link with them too much. Adding too many and ones causes them to destabilize quite violently. So it's very important that you keep them separated until such time as to conjoin them. As for actually the conjoining process, you flip the page. It appears that extraplanar spaces are highly related to entropy. Creating order seems to stabilize a space just enough, and if I set these pittance in just the right way, you flip the page.
Yeah.
Perhaps it can safely link multiple places together.
No, and we're destroying those.
If he is, oh, do you communicate as much with any of this?
Yeah, Alan would be reading out loud like it's story time.
He's just like,
He-
as I suspected.
If he's speaking
no
of
idea.
entropy, then that is a measure of randomness or disorder. So what he is indicating, I imagine, is that perhaps we are in his magnificent mansion. All of these various rooms could be connected together, but as we have seen, they are riveted shut because of too much entropy. In order to counter that disorder, you must introduce some measure of order to each room, which could be by various factors, orderly processes that reduce the entropy and therefore allow the doors to open naturally, versus perhaps exploding them.
Oh yes, naturally. Like Alan will say, you know, with his like actually high end.
Yeah, and when you find Phoenix, you find a book that seems to have been penned that just says Festantia log. Festantia doesn't seem like it's a real word, it looks like it's just a name. Reading inside of it, it shows various deaths and collections that Mordenkainen has made with this Festantia. And then on one particular page, Festantia has loaned me over to a mansion so that I may practice the spell. Thankfully, it's not too difficult to be able to get things back into their original place afterward, but I should perhaps be a little bit cautious. On the other hand, I wonder if I could get rid of these walls. At a safe distance. Vistandia won't mind.
Phoenix
Does
is
that mean there's a
investigating for
reset
the
button down
exact
here somewhere?
for the exact distance.
The exact distance. It looks like it was just like trailing thoughts, and then it just returns back to being various debts and obligations they owe each other back and forth. Like paid for dinner, crossed out. I lended over one of my tomes, crossed out.
Yeah, Phoenix gonna quickly look through the entire book, just looking at each page, even if he's not reading it, just so he can mentally read it later.
He sounds just like a child, but with a really big brain.
I was just gonna shrug as he's continuing looking for any tomes related to metalsmithing, forging, craftsmanship, or otherwise.
You find none of the sort. They seem to be all related to the arcane, extraplanar forces, the magnificent mansion itself, obligations of Estancia, and various different tomes of history about the arcane and
I am
how
no
people have
longer
constructed
interested.
spells.
Alan is no longer interested and he's ready to leave.
Phoenix will go through. If there's too many books, he'll go through at least one shelf, just quickly going through each page one at a time, even if not reading it, but just to visually see it.
Alright.
guess extra planner spaces would be pretty useful for a magical item soon enough. Alan's gonna say to himself.
This information may prove useful someday. It'll also get me more in the mind of this Mordenkainen.
Are you not familiar with Mordekainen?
I am not.
He is perhaps one of the multiverse's most famous wizards of all time.
He is incredibly well known.
There is, in fact, perhaps no place he hasn't been.
Well, we're clearly trapped in this mansion of his.
Alan, you have both Alan, you have both investigation and arcana, right?
I do.
This duality lets you have a sudden spark that
Brain
makes
blast.
you ponder something.
Yeah, what's up?
The book you just read talked about the Mordenkainen's magnificent mansion spell being invented, but you are 100% sure this spell has already been invented and has been invented for a long time.
Huh. Wait a minute. I'm pretty certain that Mordekainen's magnificent mansion has been around for quite a while. He's kind of looked at the group for confirmation, but by group I mean particularly Ash, who he knows has also been saying like very smart magic shit.
No, you are correct. This begs the point. I mean, we've ended up here because of that gatekeeper challenging us, essentially. Perhaps we are in some sort of test, space-time singularity. I don't know.
Singularity seems plausible, considering the fact that this is very likely Mordekainen's own notes.
I suddenly butt in. We are in the astral plane right now. I have seen it.
Also,
You all
I
know
mean,
how the time behaves in the astral plane, no?
Are extra dimension would Alan know if extra dimensional spaces are generally found in the astral plane, or is that unrelated?
All extra dimensional spaces are in the astral plane.
Oh, okay, so yeah, that definitely checks out. So definitely seems plausible. So it definitely already seems very likely that we are in one such magnificent mansion right now, perhaps.
well, I mean, we are in a teleporter that shows us like his journal. So we are at the time when he wrote this specific chapter, remember?
Yes.
So it's
This is
definitely
a plausible theory, yes.
we're definitely in the past.
It's not like the actual past, more like the moment where he created this and he immortalized it in the astral plane. In here, time doesn't go forward nor backwards. It's just there,
Yeah.
frozen.
It's like a memory almost, rather than a place.
It begs the question then.
Oh,
Let us think of it this way.
Mhm.
This is a challenge presented to us by the gatekeeper.
Correct.
What do we need to accomplish here? I would postulate perhaps we need to connect all of the rooms together. Create the full mansion.
Oh, as you mean like in the notes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Would that not destabilize the singularity?
But does the notes not say you can do it if you balance out the entropy? You must introduce proper order.
Proper order. There's that order again. God damn it! I'm a craftsman, not. It's like I'm a craftsman. This is out of my field of expertise.
Phoenix, looking out that window, you just see the astral plane out there.
Oh, that's the window?
Yes.
Again, this is simply my hypothesis. If anyone else has any other ideas, I believe we would all like to proceed through the Emerald Door.
I would very much like to proceed through that door. The answers I seek lie beyond it.
As do I.
The gatekeeper wishes to test us, then so be it.
Phoenix, much like the others, that is another pit door.
He goes back downstairs. There's nothing to see here.
Regarding the order and the entropy, do you have a hypothesis on how we can go about introducing said order?
I am not
Sorry,
sure.
I was just placing you there. I'm
of
just keeping you both spots. It's easier than constantly
that.
Regarding
placing.
that,
If we
Yep.
take, for example, let us say, hold on, I'm metagaming here for a hot second. I have to ask for a moment. So, I will admit that I did not perform the proper chemistry reactions in the alchemy lab I was in.
The burns I
how-
witnessed are proof enough. I will say
However-
jokingly.
Yes, but I'll turn to everyone else and I will say, however, Phoenix, Maev, Eris, you all succeeded in escaping from your rooms and did so by opening the doors without explosive effects. How did you
Oh,
do
no.
so?
I just went and put myself in a kind of a teleporter and just went back to the room with the telescopes. I
Hmm.
didn't solve a puzzle. I didn't even know we had to solve puzzles to get out of there.
But
You had noticed that
good
Phoenix has left that
constable
room.
here. Good constable who is no longer here. We've lost one.
I'm not his babysitter, as Al will say. He's definitely nothing if not tenacious.
He is single-minded, I agree.
Regarding your theory, sorry, what was your name again? I say, pointing to Ash.
You may refer to me as Ash.
Ash.
If I've
A
not
pleasure.
introduced myself, I am Alan DeCaneth.
It is a pleasure to have your acquaintance.
Ash, regarding your theory, maybe one of these enormous kind of books might have the answer. These
It is
are
possible.
all the literature that Mordecai may have burned himself, or at least looked into to create his mansion. Maybe we have the answers right here. We just need time.
Very plausible. Are we all
So-
Yeah, Alan would just kind of like think for a moment. Let's see if we can find any tomes perhaps regarding order and entropy, as Ash hypothesized.
I will look into the books regarding the mansion itself. I think there were some like that.
Phoenix, there is very little of a kitchen remaining in here.
We're definitely doing well with disorder.
We got that set. High entropy right now.
Everything is destroyed in this room. All right, good to know.
Same thing in there. Almost everything there just kind of exploded. I think it was a chain reaction that made the explosion so large. Looking at around my head, it looks like there used to be charcoal and sulfur around there. There sure was a lot of this stuff around the place.
How did this
This-
happen in this room, I wonder?
What could have happened here?
As... Sorry,
Sir,
go
do you have a match?
Yes, I do. Why?
Can I borrow it?
He's looking at this exploded room. Why do you need a match?
I have found a way to open doors.
He's gonna go ahead
Nobody
and
wants this
incite
door.
that. He will incite that.
It is not wrong. That will open doors.
Like, boom, open.
As
I have a
to-
pot of sulfur and charcoal in my hands, and there are more doors that need to be opened.
God.
Are you planning on just breaching these doors? That is a plan. That is certainly a plan I had not considered.
I mean, you got any keys or something to get through them otherwise?
Using hands to sneak through doors is not my way of handling things.
I'll take that match then.
Are you having this conversation like right here?
Yes.
You just hear like Alan in the distance. You're going to what?
I mean, if these are all just puzzles, shouldn't we just be looking for whatever's wrong with the room, I guess?
That may be the thing.
Bear in mind, it is merely a hypothesis. That is
Eh.
it.
Well,
I mean,
I
it's
don't
worked out well,
believe
hasn't
that's entirely accurate. At least when I was inside that sacrificial room or whatever, and Deputy Frog gave his life to give the answer.
Deputy.
I see.
He gave his life.
I-
He had informed me the puzzle itself. Though I'm not entirely certain there's always going to be a companion to reveal the answers to these puzzles, if you will. The puzzle, at least I had to deal with, was simply the burning of a bookcase. However, I did burn the braziers before burning said bookcase. I had no idea if that made any actual attempt to the solution of that puzzle.
Interesting. Can I see what the top of this staircase leads to, by the way?
Yes, it leads back over, here.
Oh! Where is here?
I'll be
Now,
right
how
back.
to get back to the teleporter room from this location?
This glass, the spy glasses, the fuck, what are they called? The telescopes?
Yes.
You just come in, sit on that chair, don't you?
Chair. Ah, I see. Phoenix quickly approaches and sits on the chair.
Back to the teleport.
Oh, I was just gonna ask, can I pick up this stuffed cat?
One stuffed cat has entered your possession.
I have now received a stuffed cat.
Okay, I've looked
I will
through
put
this
that
one.
in my
I've
inventory.
looked through this one. Have I looked at this one? I think
That was the alchemy lab.
And this one?
I don't believe anybody has looked at the fifth one.
He's gonna look through it.
Okay. looking through the fifth one, what
I'm
you
back.
see is the following.
I'm back. Did anything silly happen?
I'm trying to
Oh,
push
yeah.
it up.
Yep. With determination, he quickly goes inside the. He touches the teleporter thing and teleports across, I believe.
Okay. Here's what you see, and so the others can bask in glory as well.
Oh shit.
Oh my god.
Just so that way they can see. This room contains a battered wooden mannequin and a weapon rack holding stabs and daggers, all lit by indigo tinted lights streaming through a window. The floor is stained and scorched. At the far end of the room, a broom hovers in the air, sweeping the floor by itself.
Oh no.
Pulls out the pen and paper as he approaches the broom. I have some questions for you.
Oh my god.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh my god.
Oh no!
What?
No!
You natural one, you were talking to a broom.
It was a broom. Yeah.
Yeah, your attempt to get a clean sweep of the area has failed.
Oh,
Maybe a little disheartened, he puts the pen and paper. I suppose the broom would not be able to speak back. As I guess using the ability of his keen mind, he definitely knows. I guess geographically, maybe he knows where he is located, or he doesn't know where he's located.
I mean, you're being teleported around.
Okay, fair enough. But for now, I guess what he's gonna do is that he sees the rivets as he loudly knocks on this door. That should be enough to at least know to know where for them to guess his location.
Yeah. Alan would I mean every time there's like a loud sound here, Alan just feels the need to investigate.
You know, with a match, I can pull this door open.
Right. And so he's
And-
gonna start investigating the weapons themselves and the mannequin. So they're just weapons tipped with the light thing, whatever you called it.
Yeah, some
Indigo
kind
light?
of indigo light. Yeah.
Indigo light, and in the mannequin, what's currently in it?
It looks like a spear has been jabbed into it and it's just kind of in there.
He's gonna go ahead and remove the spear, and he's gonna set it back on the rack.
All right. As you go ahead and set the spear back over onto the rack, you can see into the room now. Or out of the room, into the room, out room, also in.
Oh. You managed to open the door without any problems.
This was a simple puzzle. There was a weapon in the mannequin, and there was no weapon in the rack. Though I suppose, as he looks towards the other door, I may know.
Oh,
the
that's not a
solution to
door,
that.
it's a window.
Oh, it's a window. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, that's my bad.
You
It's my first time working at these walls.
Alan
Okay.
will kind of think about it. You brought order to entropy.
So I'm wondering if the exact opposite holds true. If I were to maybe jam every weapon into that mannequin, I wonder what may have happened. As he looks at the scorch marks everywhere.
Alan's gonna kind of look at these scorch marks. He's going to assume these are from spells.
No.
Actually, yeah,
they aren't
yeah,
very
it's
much
like-
like spells.
May I make some sort of check on that to maybe
I do have investigation.
Oh, that's definitely charcoal explosions on the ground. 100%.
Okay. Looks like someone may have had the same idea as the lady over there.
Oh, Maev?
Yes, her.
It worked for me.
You really ought to start remembering names, my guy.
You've not introduced me. You've not introduced yourselves to me.
Oh, you're right, actually. That's very rude of me. My name is Ellen de Caneth of House Caneth.
It is a pleasure to meet you, Sir Decaneth. You may refer to me as Phoenix Down, Detective of Waterdeep.
With all due
God,
respect, sir.
God damn
considering
it,
how
Phoenix Town! Shut up. I've played Final Fantasy. God damn it. Anyway,
Yes, Nona?
I'm sorry. Please continue.
I know, I was just.
That was the introduction. Phoenix down. Phoenix down, Detective Waterdeep.
Continue.
With all due respect, sir, I don't think I should introduce myself to you with how fine happy you are. I don't think I'd be comfortable with my name on your lips. It's
Your profile has already been assessed.
again, let's hope you don't get a name to add to that profile.
Oh, also, like, when Phoenix was introducing himself, like, would Alan be able to kind of, like, ascertain as to, like... I mean, he sees, like, the mask and all that. Is Alan able to ascertain, like, what exactly Phoenix is?
Oh, he's not wearing a mask.
Oh.
It's
it
very
looks like
clear he's the Warforged.
Oh, it's very clear?
Yeah, it's very clear. He's not hiding it.
He's gonna pause, just like, wait a minute, you're Warforged.
That's not a mask, that's his face.
That is correct.
Are you from Eberron as well?
No, my creator may have been, but I am not.
Who was your creator? Were they from House Caneth as well?
He was
would've-
He was a madman that created me in the eyes of justice. I arrested him. He is currently in prison at Waterdeep.
Amazing.
Just like dumbstruck right now. You arrested a potential member of House Caneth?
It's like Frankenstein battle in reverse.
Does the name Caneth mean anything to you?
No, not particularly.
I need to follow through with this. The higher ups are gonna want to know about this. He's like, I was just like making a note of this. He looks like he's dreading it.
It's like, that sounds like a whole lot of Eberron drama.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, I guess just out of character, House Caneth were the ones that created fucking Warforged, so if Phoenix's creator made it to, like, Faerun and got arrested by Phoenix, that just means that a member of Alan's house is in custody. Someone they thought is dead is alive.
Well, I made this background but like the idea was like how he came to being was that it was a mad genius at the time. I really did think like the whole Eberron said it clearly at all. Just that the person made Phoenix, but because they were kind of crazy, Phoenix inadvertently being the law-abiding justice Warforged creation does end up arresting his own owner. Or does end up arresting the person who created him.
Alan is just completely just like dumbstruck right now. Well, in any case, it's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Dowd.
Please call me Phoenix.
I will do so. You can just call me Al also. I don't need honorifics.
But
Then I
you're
will
not
do so,
getting any-
Al.
Well, I'm kidding.
Wow.
So,
Toxic.
Jacob,
So,
would
do we
you
want to introduce ourselves with the promise that we will not arrest everyone for
And
any
the sake of-
minor inconveniences?
For the sake of time, you can introduce each other for later, or we just say you introduced yourself now, and you can discuss how that happened later.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
That's
not
fine.
actually, but
It seems this is the party's bonding moment as they introduce each other as their own leisure. Names and all, titles, and a little bit of their histories there inside of this extra dimensional space.
Hell yeah.
Right. Now that this discussion has gone, I believe we still have one more teleporter left. I do believe it's that one, right? I don't think anyone has actually gone through that one.
It was
The sun?
alchemy, summoning, dummy, Arbitorum, and the last one that has not been addressed is the trophy room.
Right. Yeah. I guess. With that, Phoenix makes a mad dash. Now back to solving puzzles. As he makes a mad dash to the chair that he does know leads easily back to the teleport room and into
Oh,
the
that
treasure
works.
room eventually.
All right,
shit.
fast travel.
Fast travel.
Fast travel.
No, I fast traveled smart. I wasn't supposed to be.
Now,
You fast traveled so far, I can't even reach you anymore.
if all of these have something to do with
Hold on, can I delete
putting
the
things
token?
in order,
no.
then perhaps what I think the solution to this one would be to make the room completely symmetrical with each other.
Completely symmetrical.
I think it's
There were
possible.
several books, and these as though they were mirroring, per se. That is my suspect for the solving of this puzzle.
I mean, you could
this
also make the
table stuff
argument
thing.
of 5 books, 5
Alright.
skulls.
Sure. I'll pick up this this table and I'll move it to the other side of the chair.
Alright, you move it over.
I guess Phoenix will place the same number of books on each one,
How many?
and then
skull-
a fifth book that was in the fireplace. He's gonna pull out and to set it down here. Or I guess-
I heard you ask it, Alan. There were 5 books in total.
Oh no, I meant like how many like skulls are on this side and how many are on this side. It's like, is it like 3 and 2?
Yes, 3 and 2.
What if we take the deer head and move it over here? So that way it's like 3 on each side. It's an idea, but let's try the books first, because this will obviously be a harder one to do.
The books are settled down, but nothing seems to have changed.
Okay. Alan's gonna go ahead, kind of like reach above the mantle place to like the deer head, and he's gonna... Oh, a little help, please.
It looks like you'll need a little bit more force to yank it off.
I'll
It
help.
definitely will go out, but it'll take a little bit more muscle than what you got, Alan.
Damn these arms. I
I'll
regret
help
to. It's like I regret to say I'm not in the best shape. Oh, thank you.
I got you.
Yeah. In
And yeah,
fact,
I'll help him.
Tony, take
Yeah.
take a hand.
Take
Take some
away.
guidance.
Ah. Thank you, my friend.
Yeah, no problem.
Alan's got those noodle arms. Actually, he doesn't. He doesn't have noodle arms per se. He has just a 10 in strength, so it's not like he's super weak, but he's also not like exceptionally strong either.
All right, so Alan, you're
So,
going to
like-
try and is it just Alan then, or is it anybody else?
I believe Tony's helping me
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
what it sounds
All right. All right, one on each side. Tony on one side, Alan on the other. Go ahead and each of you make that athletics check.
I think that's the one thing I'm not proficient in. or is what I would have said.
Hey.
15.
Oh no.
Wait, what?
Oh wait.
I don't see the rolls.
You rolled a 9.
Yeah, I didn't see the total. That's weird. But it was 3 plus. Oh wait, no, it's 9. It's down there.
Yeah, 9.
Unlucky.
Sorry.
You
Performance anxiety, I guess.
you strain and strain and strain, pulling of all your might, but in the end, you both are unable to budget and feel a little exhausted from the effort.
Here, how about we all turn around and you try again?
What'd you say?
How about we all turn around and you guys try again?
Yes. I think that's a great idea.
I give
How
you
about
guidance
we
again.
I get
I'm
the
gonna turn
feeling
around.
with. I almost feel like with how into the wall this deer is. Maybe we're not meant to touch this.
It definitely wiggled, mind you. It wasn't like solid, but it's like
Okay.
it's in there.
Hmm.
Maybe one Because it's supposed to be mounted over the fireplace, or the opposite wall, from where the big old head is. If that makes sense. Like maybe one of them should be up here.
Oh, potentially. That's actually not a bad idea.
This one is rather small. Perhaps this will be easier to move.
That's a good idea. Let's attempt that.
Alright, who would like to... Well, they come off a little bit more easily than the deer head that's more heavily mounted over there. You pick it up.
I guess they'll try to mount it somewhere over here.
Alright. As it gets mounted over to there...
Hey.
Nice.
And with that, you begin to hear not just the sound of a sizzle right there, but also from all across, above and below and above, sizzle, 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 sizzle. The sound of releasing air everywhere. And the entire area seems to take on a fairly drastic change.
Uh-oh. Well, they do say whoever smelt it dealt it.
I guess with my keen mind, can I like actively identify every single room that got unlocked?
Yes, all of them. As you see that the purple miasma from before has become filled with white instead. And but a blinding flash shortly afterward, you find yourselves having returned back over to Candlekeep.
Interesting.
Oh, that was wild.
Still wounded from the effort, however, your wounds have not fully recovered. You look up at the sky, it is nighttime.
Can I keen mind to see how long we've been in there?
Yes, give me a second.
Alan's gonna go ahead. He sees that Phoenix was injured. He was thinking he's fine, but considering that he's been doing a lot of great work, yeah, he'll just
Actually, I think he could do better.
kind of put aside like his initial appease that like he's kind of a little like brash, and we'll just go ahead and give him some healing for 5 HP.
Yeah, you give him the cure wounds as Phoenix like initially just like reacts like with like a little bit of suspense, like suspicion, since you like randomly just approached and healed him. But he turns to look at you. My thanks. That is much appreciated.
Of course. Sorry for not healing you sooner.
No, it is okay.
Phoenix, judging by the sorry. Judging by the position of
Sometimes injury is common amongst officers on duty. You need not worry.
Truly, the heroics were legendary.
If I can help it, I can help it. And the same goes for all of you. Should you find yourself injured, I do have access to healing magic, although my magical power is somewhat more limited compared to your normal wizard. I'm a half-caster.
As you exit out, Phoenix, you can tell it's probably been about 10 hours.
Okay. Did it feel like 10 hours in there?
Absolutely not.
And that
wasn't
didn't
even
do anything.
It was probably about like hour and a half, maybe.
All right,
played
so
that again.
Phoenix will relay that information. It appears that maybe for us it felt like an hour and a half in there, but it appears 10 hours have passed out here. We truly were in some sort of extra dimension.
Indeed you were. As you see that that person is there, once again, still holding onto the tome of the joy of extra dimensional spaces.
Phoenix rapidly approaches him and hands him a fine that says entrapment of an officer.
I will grab the fine from his hand. Say, please, what is the next step?
Well,
Phoenix, that was a test.
You voluntarily entered into the book. Now, you have all gotten a 72 on your report. as you see them pull out. Well, there's like a counter finding all little details and notes and everything. Took longer to get through the evaluation than I thought, but you figured it out in the end.
Still pass, isn't it?
Passing is a passing. Now note, as they stash away this evaluation on the group, this is not just out of prudence, it is for your own safety. I believe you will understand when you finally see the library proper. You all, many of you appear to need some rest. We have lodgings over to the south. You can see them over there at the house at the binder and over at the inn. But at the very least, you should take a look on the inside. But, and I warn you, do not walk any further than the entrance yet. You'll understand.
Fully and firmly, I would like to have a glimpse then.
Very well.
Yeah.
Go ahead and touch the door.
Alan's gonna walk up and do so, yeah.
Jonah will as well.
Same for Phoenix.
Touching into the door, you find yourself moving through it as if it were liquid. And you,
Is it actually a wet, or is it just like?
it's not wet, but it feels like you are melding into it and pass through over to the other side as you find yourself, and this is where the session will roughly arrive over to its end, over here.
Loading.
98%.
Loading the great library of Candlekeep.
$98.
Kind of wild. Phoenix sees all these books and he's mentally counting how much of them he's probably gonna have to look to find freaking Morik.
You count, Phoenix. Do you want to look a little bit more to the right?
Yes.
Huh? I'm still at 90%.
Same.
It just keeps going.
I hear music. I think I'm loading in.
Yeah, I hear the music, but
Oh, I've already loaded in. I'm seeing all of this.
Maybe I refresh the page. I don't know.
Phoenix is just visually looking at all of this. He's not actually walking, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna refresh the page. That might do it.
Oh my god.
You have to refresh as well.
Fresh 2. Ooh.
Space
wait.
itself distorts as you're looking in that direction, Phoenix. It's hard to keep your bearings as everything looks bigger than it should be. What is going on?
let me try reloading. I'm just stuck at
We
90.
Oh my
can't
god.
see shit. We can't see shit.
Tried refreshing the page and nothing's loading now.
I guess I'm the only one that's loaded in.
Yeah, motherfucker, you refresh as well.
Back at 90%.
Same.
Sad.
Sag.
It's still loading?
Yep.
Yep. Well,
Okay.
I tried to
Even.
reload and I'm just even sadder now.
Yeah.
Even sadder.
Yeah.
I don't even hear the music this time.
Exactly.
It's just like a 98%.
Okay, give me a second.
98% gray screen, not even any music.
Alright,
Yeah.
give me a moment. I believe I can fix this. I will be moving you back with the group for a second there.
Yeah, that's fine.
Phoenix.
I'm
Fix
on my
it,
way.
Felix.
Okay, give me a second. I believe I can fix this.
That's the key part.
So I
You don't.
have to give me a second. I have to do some math. Oh. Okay, and hold on. Give me just a second.
I hear the music again.
Same.
Yeah. I haven't quite finished it though. Just give me a moment.
All right.
Oh, what happened?
I was just adjusting some of the I was basically decreasing the ratio of things, if that makes sense.
Oh, okay.
I think so.
Give me a moment. You will be able to see things in just a bit, in just a hot second.
Oh, music. Finally.
Okay.
Hello. Fancy shit. Yeah.
Okay, and let's see if I can go ahead and set this properly.
Music's kind of popping off right now.
There. How about now?
Do I gotta refresh?
Let's try refreshing, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Oh, no,
That's a good life
no,
choice.
no, I'm inside.
Huh?
I got in.
Yeah, we're good.
No.
What?
Oh,
I'm not
I
in.
refreshed anyways.
Whoa, this place is so cool.
Oh, we're not. You should just start actually exploring. This place is huge.
Yeah,
I don't see
I'm
shit.
excited.
Oh, there we go. I'm in. Whew.
Phoenix, Phoenix was the first to move on ahead before all of you, and trudged on ahead, but
Whoa.
their head.
Looks like I have a lot of work to do.
He's
Very
at 98%. Maybe I just need to wait a minute. Is it just me who's stuck here, or?
I'm
The
also
ratio
stuck.
meter.
I had to reload as well. Again.
What's reset?
Let's see if this time it worked. Surely.
Yeah, just give it a minute. This thing's probably doing its best.
It's trying. Let me know how it goes.
I'm at 98% still.
All right, let's see if night.
Me as well.
I'm still at 98%.
Did we change scene again?
Hmm?
Did we change scene again?
No, I have not. I've kept it on the same Great Library of Candlekeep scene.
Oh
Oh,
my
Lumpy, I see
goodness.
your cursor.
I'm
You see-
alive. I'm here.
Oh,
Yay!
100%, 100%. There we go.
Nice.
We're in.
We're in, boys.
Oh, this is sick.
Yeah.
God. What do I need?
Can I resume exploring?
Yes. Hold on. Just
Uh,
applying one thing.
I was actually gonna
Sorry.
ask, are we gonna like wrap up there for the night?
Yeah, this is it. This is the final thing, is that you have entered for the first time the sake name, the Great Library of Candlekeep. And yeah, that's it. You can explore around here if you'd like, which is the equivalent of just looking around. You're not actually physically moving, unless you choose to, which I wouldn't recommend doing.
Yeah,
I know
Phoenix is
it's
not gonna
here.
actually move around. He's just looking from where he is.
I'm not allowed to
I
move,
know it's
so
here.
I'm just gonna stand
I
still.
know it's here. Thank you so much for running, Aqua.
No.
Nice.
If there's anything Alan knows about magic, is that when a guy who knows more about you tells you not to do something, it's generally a good idea to listen.
Phoenix has absolutely no idea of magic.
I'm excited.
Oh, this music goes fucking hard though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this one's kind of pop.
Good track.
The music's a bop.
Alright, I gotta go get my dog ready for, you know, all the good dog stuff, so
Just,
I
you
will
know.
talk to you guys later.
So wait,
You know.
Yeah.
did I
I'm
miss
Hang out.
something?
Have a good night, everyone.
Maya?
Did I miss something? I thought the dude said, "Go to bed. Don't go through the door yet." And then everyone just went through the door.
Yeah, this is the equivalent of looking around. Like you're just standing in one spot and looking in every direction.
He just gave us a peek.
Mhm.
You can move your token around to take a look around yourself.
Also, I have a
Like that.
question. Do we level up?
No, not yet.
Alright. I'm off for
I-
now. Thanks for the first session.
All right, good night.
Talk later.
That
That's it.
was a great session. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah,
Y'all
thanks
are
for
great.
joining.
We'll try.
Talk to y'all later.
No.
See you next week.
I'm not
Yeah,
allowed
see
to
you next
delete
week.
my token.
What'd you say?
Hmm?
Did you say there wasn't
Oh.
a next week or?
One person is not gonna be.
I
here.
got the token, Maya.
I also have a token, kinda.
You want me to drag you in again? Let me see if this will do the trick.
I think
Yeah.
by next
Darkness. Hold on.
session, I should have my actual character art. So, I'll let you know about that.
Okay, I'm moving.
Anyways, I'll talk to y'all later. See you next week.
All right,
See ya.
bye.
Yeah, next week.
Bye.
Yeah.
See you.
Okay,
Bye.
and
Okay, I think I'm good.
why do you keep running away?
Why am I moving?
I don't know. Why are you moving so far off the screen?
It just keeps happening.
No, I can't move at all.
Yeah, because I did delete your token. You were running off the screen.
I was moving.
Hold on. Yeah, there's nothing in that downward direction. Hold on.
Stop trying to go
Alright,
down.
I'm I'm not
Hold on.
downwards.
Hold on. Okay.
I'm
There.
like,
Can you see where you are now?
yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing down in that direction.
What do you
Didn't see
mean?
why this took forever to load. Ugh.
I'm looking at stuff right now.
Oh. Okay. Interesting. On your it looks completely different on my screen.
Okay, let me show you what I see. Please. Put this in, there.
Why are you just going around with the little space thing, Phoenix?
Detective Phoenix is on the case.
Well, there it is. This is the great library of Candlekeep.
Indeed, it's a lot more wild than you would expect it to look like. The music really sets the hype. No level up though.
Yeah, because we didn't even have a chance to do combat. I was like, huh. Interesting. There's nothing necessarily wrong with that, mind you, but I need to test like how well we can even run a combat with level 1 characters before I start throwing level 2 abilities into the mix.
Did you make this with Dolly?
Yeah, I was
I had a
able
feeling.
to I used the outpainting feature on it while repeatedly using prompts like infinite library, and Yeah.
I was just like, this. Like, I was thinking to myself, this looks like it's a retrospective of something Dali would have made. I'm glad that I was right.
Yeah.
I love how this bottom part's the most normal looking part, and then as you start going around, it starts getting more and more wild.
Hmm. Did you want me to do a screenshot of what the entire thing looks like? I guess I can always send it as a spoiler for people who don't want it to. Yeah. I saw you walking around. You saw it all.
Yeah, I saw it already.
I'm trying to see it all.
All right. Give me a moment. I'll go ahead and upload it for those who want to see the entire thing at one go.